Lights. Heavens feel. I didn't hear anything, but now I do.
That's because I
Right.
fast passed through the jingle screen.
Okay.
Why do you do this every time?
I have to talk a lot. I have to prepare. It's morning.
That felt intentional and I hate you.
It's past 7 o'clock. Pure white sunlight shines in through the window. All right. I sit up and stretch. I feel great. My limbs move fine. I don't have a headache. My body's in perfect condition, as if the fever yesterday never happened. That must mean it was just heartburn. I sigh and think it over. I need more training if I'm losing consciousness just by recalling the events 10 years ago. My memory is vague, but I do remember Saber helping me walk home and putting me to sleep, tucking me in nice and tight. I see. I have to go thank her. I get out of my futon and change into my uniform. I bet she's still sleeping, so I'll thank her during breakfast. It's 7 o'clock already, so I'll go greet Sakura in the living room.
Senpai.
Sakura has her bag. Breakfast is ready as well. The table's wiped clean, ready for us to eat at any time. Huh? Breakfast is already prepared?
Oh yes, I made some for you and Saber-san since I had the time.
For me and Saber? What about you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm going to school, so please have breakfast with just the two of you.
Well, what's wrong, Sakura? It's weird for you not to eat when you've made some for us. Did something happen yesterday? It seems like I guessed right. But nothing happened yesterday. What? Sakura went to her room after dinner, and that's all.
Didn't we stand her up at lunch?
Yeah, that was later. This was later. I think something happened after that, but I don't remember too well because of my nausea. Oh, I think you and Saber were talking here. I didn't hear it too well, but did something happen then?
I said something awful. I got angry because of the terrible condition you were in.
You said something awful to Saber?
Yes, but I was in no position to tell her such a thing. But I treated Saber-san as if she was the only one at fault. I can't face her today, so...
That's why she made breakfast and wants to leave before Saber wakes up?
I'm sorry, Senpai. I realized my foolishness right away and apologized to her. But Saber-san apologized to me instead. Even though I'm at fault, she said it's because of her carelessness.
She hangs her head. I see. She must feel more self-hatred because Saber apologized to her when she should be the one apologizing. Man, you two are stupid. It's my fault since I'm the one who got hurt. You two shouldn't have fought over such a thing.
But Senpai,
It's fine. Look, she doesn't give in if the other person's at fault. She'll yell back at you if you're being unreasonable. If she's apologizing, it means she sees your point. I'm sure Saber won't say it, but she likes you. She cares for anyone that tries hard.
Yes, but I should reserve myself all the more. Since Saber-san didn't scold me, I have to scold myself or I'll get carried away.
Gotta stay humble.
Mm-hmm.
Sakura bows to hide her embarrassment. It seems she's going to school early, no matter what. Man, I won't stop you if you say so, but what are you gonna do at school so early? Morning practice is suspended right now.
That's fine, I'm going to clean the dojo. I said such an awful thing to Saber-san, so I'm going to scrub the floor as punishment.
Sakura leaves with a goodbye. cleaning the dojo, but that's pretty hard on you to scrub the floor during wintertime. I- Is it harder? Well, I suppose that's the point. What did she say to Saber to make her go so far? Why would scrubbing be harder in the winter?
Because it's cold.
I guess, but as cold as the rest of your house. I mean, maybe the dojo like doesn't have heating. I guess
It probably doesn't. If anything from that one archery anime I watched taught me.
they complain about it being hard to scrub.
No, but it's really like open air. So like I don't really think that there's like any like closed areas. So you're just like scrubbing the floor like out in the elements. Well, I mean there's a roof,
Yeah,
but like I don't think you could really
that's
like
true.
close it, you know? You're right, Jake has never scrubbed a floor before. He is king of the dirty
What?
boys. Didn't you know that?
Hey, I had to do karate for many years, and then I did Aikido for years after that, and I had to scrub the floor of those places quite a bit. I just don't clean my own space because all it is for appearances, and I don't give a shit what people think of my house, and it doesn't hurt me at all.
Dirty boy Jake!
Dirty and proud.
What? A quarrel between Sakura and me?
Huh? Didn't you two argue? Sakura was apologizing.
Now that you mention it, it may have seemed that way, but Sakura was correct, and she merely pointed out my lack of consideration.
Wow. Saber's deep in thought. Not only that, she's pondering so much, she's eating at incredible speed. Oh, I'm sorry if I said something weird. Sakura seemed so worried about it that I ended up worried too. If it's not a big deal, just forget about it.
Geez, you and Sakura are saying the same thing. Do not tell me you two are playing a prank on me.
Hey, we wouldn't play such an elaborate prank on you. What good would that be for us? I don't even want to think of what happened if I did play a joke on her and she found out about it.
That is true, then you must simply have been concerned for each other.
Nodding to herself, Saber digs into another omelet. It's good to be able to eat a lot in the morning. I don't think I've ever had two omelets. Like, I'm a pretty big portion eater, and it's not like two omelets would be too much, but what a weird thing to eat two of.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that much egg. I think I could do
I
like
like,
omelet and then like other breakfast foods, but like omelet is just like unless you had two vastly different like I guess interiors to your omelet, like whatever your version of it is, then it really just feels like the same food.
I like worked out on an omelet bar for the Balloon Fiesta for a couple of years, and even then, I don't think I ate more than one at a time.
Do you
And
feel
that was
like
just
you're
like three omelets in front of me all the time.
do you feel like you missed out on not eating double omelets?
No, I don't even like omelets very much.
It is just 90% egg.
Yeah, I just don't like eggs that much, right? I like eggs on things fine. I need
Yeah.
a little raw eggy on some rice every once in a while,
Mm-hmm.
but like omelets are heh.
Eat four omelets at once. Don't call us
The good
coward.
part about an egg is the yolk, and omelets ruin the yolk. So
Mm-hmm.
what's the fucking point?
Oh, is this
But
me?
what did soccer? No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But what did Sakura say? It takes a lot to get her that depressed. Is it all right if I ask?
She merely pointed out my inadequacy as a servant. In short, she told me I could not protect you because I did not have the skill.
You're doing more than I can ask. What happened last night was my own fault. You can't blame yourself for it.
That is true, but Sakura's criticism is correct. The problem is me because I cannot assent. I will continue taking you into battle no matter what she tells me.
He looks away awkwardly. Something is strange. Why is Saber so preoccupied with something that they've agreed on? The TV in the background?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah, you're in
residents
20s.
grew suspicious and requested that the area be investigated.
The news is on. I turned on the TV and found it broadcasting about an incident last night.
They found over 30 unconscious people who were immediately taken to the hospital. This is the 7th such incident this month, and the medical examination still believes the cause to be similar to food poisoning.
I have a really good 20s newsy voice.
Oh,
But,
did you want to do it?
No. It's
There
fine.
can be 2 newscasters, bro. Don't worry.
That's true. Next one that pops up.
Yeah.
I finish breakfast and get ready for school. No shot, another one pops up. I'm gonna go see Tosaka.
You want us to run this back? Because we can reload this.
No, no, it's fine.
Usually we're both just kind of like, who does the voice? So I just went ahead and just jumped in, and
Nah.
now you were like, wait, no, I wanted to do this. You've stolen it from me.
20s newsy is the only impression that I'm confident enough about to like do in front of my friends and they laugh.
Oh. Wow, you have
but-
friends?
Right? Not here.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have to talk to her about what happened last night. About Matozoken and that black shadow.
Now's your chance, my guy.
No,
Don't fuck this up.
now I'm really nervous about it. I really hyped it up. I didn't think it was gonna happen. Ahem. As the incident has spread to South Miyama, 4th Avenue, the police believe the cause may be a spreading chemical spill. South Miyama, 4th Avenue. That's the direction Tosco was staring at yesterday. Audrey said the shadow's the cause of the incidents. Over 30 people are in comas. I've experienced what they're going through firsthand. That shadow is sucking magical energy from the people in this town, just like Castor. No, it's worse than that. Castor was gentle and considerate compared to that thing.
Those are words. Those are words.
Relative. It's a extreme comparison. Castor took care not to harm her victims so that she could continue to drain them. It's like collecting blood with a syringe. But that thing's different. That thing was not collecting blood like Castor. That thing was eating. The Black Shadow was mercilessly feeding on magical energy along with people's minds. Saber, I want to talk to you before I go to school.
What is it, Shiro?
Saber's watching the news as well. Saber quietly questions me like always, even though she should know what I want to talk about. It's about our future plan of action. You saw that thing too, right?
Yes, I have never seen its like, but not resembling any of the fantasy race.
Right. I don't know what that thing is. But it's our enemy. It didn't look like a master or a servant, but it attacked me in Tosaka, and now it's sucking magical energy out of the people in town. Then...
That me, right?
yeah.
Okay. So our current priority is searching for that shadow. We are to fight something that is neither a master nor a servant.
Saber's stare is painful. Her goal is to obtain the Holy Grail. But I'm asking her to get involved in something completely unrelated. It's natural for her to protest. But still. Yeah, I can't ignore that shadow. I think this is more important than the Holy Grail War. Saber silently stares at me. And when I start to think I can't bear it any longer...
Geez, I knew this was going to happen. I do not want to concern myself with that shadow, but...
Saber, is it alright?
My opinion does not matter, because you will try to do something by yourself even if I refuse. I will be putting the cart before the horse. I cannot stay in this world if you die. I can only obey, even if I'm against your proposal.
You're right, but...
It's like, I don't want you to be right. And I do not know how many more times you will be reckless if I leave you by yourself. It was the second time last night, so the third will certainly happen. I will have to apologize to Sakura again if that happens.
And
I am very reluctant, but servants obey their masters. I will lend you my sword if that is your decision.
Saber.
But Shiro, that shadow is no ordinary opponent. It would be easier to fight Berserker than it.
Oh, yeah, I felt that too. It's not a matter of it being strong or not. That thing is just ominous. I don't think we can beat it merely by striking it.
If you understand, then there's nothing else to say. But Shiro, to oppose that thing is to go down the most difficult path. Please keep that in mind.
It said, this is the last route.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, of course I'll be careful, but why are you saying such a thing? Do you know what that shadow is, like Archer does?
No, like you, I know nothing about it.
Doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Saber looks away. And Saber says,
I vaguely feel that it is the ill star itself. It is like an inescapable curse that destroys everything.
as if to express her ominous premonition.
That was a transition.
Yeah.
Let's start homeroom. Go ahead, day duty. Wait, Hikawa-kun's absent. Amino-san's absent too? Alright, I guess I'll go ahead. Stand up, everyone.
Homeroom starts. There are more absent people, giving the room a listless feel. Well, I think the whole school's probably like this. Fujine lightly continues homeroom, but I don't see her usual spirit either.
So, you can't have any club practices after school. That's all I have to tell you. Oh, your first period teacher, Kuzuki-sensei, is absent, so you have self-study. I brought you all a handout, so work on that, everyone.
Everyone unanimously cheers and starts moving towards their desks. Moving their desks. What did I...
Yeah.
Fujine doesn't care if people work on the handout or not, so everyone's free to do anything as long as they don't go out of the classroom. But...
Shiro.
So why is she beckoning me to come see her in the hallway in such a suspicious manner? What, Fujine? It's class time, you know. God, the kid said that to me.
Yeah, but I couldn't go see you this morning, right? So I got really worried and was wondering if you were alright.
What is it all of a sudden? What are you uneasy about?
I don't really know. I just have this hunch. Anytime I get this hunch, you could get run over by a car or fall off a bridge. So I'm wondering if you're alright.
Yeah, that's normal. If you call that dangerous, I've been in danger all my life.
Yeah, but I'm just worried. It feels like there's a train we have to get on together, but you're still at the platform and I'm waving goodbye to you.
That's pretty concrete. So you woke up after that?
Oh, you can tell? I woke up late because of that.
I'm speechless. So she didn't come to my house because she just woke up late? Well, I'll forgive her since that's what I expect from Fujine. Don't worry, I'm like always. You've got dark circles under your eyes, Fujine. You need more sleep.
Huh? Well, yeah, I was busy yesterday, and it looks like it'll be busy today as well. I don't think I'll be able to go over to your place, since I'll be working overtime for a while. Much as I hate to say it, you don't have time to make meals for me. Or, you don't have to make meals for me.
What?
That's all. Go and work on the handout. If you're not doing too well in social studies, you're not doing too well in social studies, so you might fail if you don't go study hard.
Fujine cheerfully waves goodbye and leaves. I don't have to cook for her. Well, that makes it easier, but... it's disappointing as well.
Shiro survives entirely by cooking for other people. And then pretending he does not like cooking.
He not to like something to be good at it. I feel empty, as if my normal everyday life has disappeared.
Yeah, I agree with you. I can't ignore that shadow either. I don't know the mages behind it, but I can't let him run freely on my land.
And can we still keep our peace?
Of course, we don't have much of an option until we eliminate the shadow.
Our conversation ends really quickly. I went to Tosca's classroom, class 2A, during lunchtime to go get her. I told her I wanted to do something about that black shadow, and her answer was simple.
Okay, that was you.
Oh, yep. Glad we were both confused.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Should we patrol together starting tonight, or do things separately?
Let's see. I agree. We should divide the workload. You can keep doing your nightly patrols, investigate any place that you or Saber think is strange, and I'll go after Zokin while you move around in the open.
What Zokin? Does he have something to do with the shadow?
Who knows? It doesn't seem likely since Zokin was more terrified than any of us, but something's been bugging me. Well, we can't let him be, regardless. He's acting suspicious, controlling Castor's corpse and making a non-magus like Shinji into a master.
I see. You're right. Come to think of it, we joined hands against Castor, so we can't ignore that old man.
Let's hold hands again. Right, let's fight that shadow after everything else is taken care of. Even if you find it, just investigate it. We have to prepare before we go for the kill.
Okay, but what are you gonna do? You say you're going to follow Zokin, but do you know where he is?
Huh? Oh, I don't know where he is, but I'm going to go to the Matteau household. My family is connected to them, so I'm more qualified.
Tosca states it simply. But her plan isn't that simple. Go to the Matteau household? That means you're going into the enemy base!
I know, what are you so surprised about? I'm not going there to fight, I'm just going to investigate.
What? Are you stupid? What if Zokin ambushes you? I can't let you go alone. I'll go too, so don't be so reckless.
Hey, you're the one being rash here. I told you, I know the Matteau family. I know their magic, and I can tell how strong Zokin is from yesterday's battle. He's no match for me. That old magus is using most of his magical energy to maintain his body, so he doesn't have a direct way to attack me. It'd actually be convenient if he came at me head on, and Shinji's harmless because he's not a master anymore. You can leave the stale fight between Magi to me. You go ahead and collect information.
I can't talk back if she can declare it like that. Archer will be with her, so I shouldn't worry that much. Alright, I'll leave Matteau Zokin to you. Saber and I will look for the shadow.
Yes, please do. And, Emiya-kun, Sakura's at your house, right?
Yeah, she's staying over. What about it?
No, it's nothing. I'm just relieved to hear that. It wouldn't be good if she happened to be at the mansion when I go, right?
Oh, you're right. I'm surprised. You're really thoughtful.
Hey, why are you looking so surprised? What kind of person do you think I was?
Well, I thought she was like a storm, coming and going in a flash.
I don't care what you think of me. Anyway, I'm going to take care of Matteau, so you stay quiet in your house until nightfall.
Alright, I'll leave it to you and go train with Saber. There is still some time until the sun sets. I get up and head to the door. Lunch break's almost over, so I should go back soon. Bye, Tosca. Let's meet here again tomorrow.
Yes, let's exchange what we've learned. Oh, but Emiya-kun?
Tosca grins. It's bad when she smiles like that. I get this bad feeling and hurry to the door, but... I'm out.
I don't know about training. Isn't there something else you could do with your free time? Like caring for the girl living under your own roof?
I'm within her range. What are you saying, you idiot? Sakura's nothing like that, and I'm just having her stay over while Shinji's in a bad mood.
Oh, I meant you should let Saber get some rest. That's unexpected. Sakura's the first one to come to your mind when I mentioned the word girl.
He grins.
Wait.
I can feel my face burning. I I feel like my brain is boiling. I half expect steam to come shooting out of my ears.
I'm just joking. I'm just getting back at you. Did you like that?
Hey now, I would doubt your sanity if you like such a thing. Strength escapes my body. I feel like a marionette whose strings have been cut.
Alright, that's your weak spot. I guess it was an ill-natured joke.
You're the one that's ill-natured. I'm going ahead.
Yes, please go right ahead. I'll stay and laugh for a bit longer.
Damn, see you tomorrow, Tosaka. I stalk back into the building, slamming the door behind me. Damn. Tosaka's starting to have fun by mocking me. What does she mean by me liking it? First of all, what have I done to deserve this kind of treatment? School ends, and I quickly head home. Since the after-school clubs have been cancelled, the front gate's crowded with students. I look around, but I don't see Tosaka. I bet she's already heading to the Matou household. Sakura's not around. Sakura should head straight to my house since the club activities are cancelled. But I didn't promise to go home with her, so I bet she already went home. I walk up the empty hill. It's already been 6 days since the Holy Grail War started. The town seems to be slowly losing its liveliness. Whoa. I get dizzy as soon as I climb up the hill. It feels like nausea. A faint buzzing reaches my ears. What is this sound? The sound echoes on my eardrums even if I cover my ears. I'm not hallucinating. I can't be dizzy and be hearing this at the same time by pure chance. If I get them at the same time, it should be intentional. Did something happen at the house? I shake off the dizziness and start running. Saber's at the house. As long as Saber's there, the enemy should have a hard time launching an ambush. I only see Saber's shoes at the front entrance. Good, Sakura's not home yet. And there's no need to hesitate. Even if we're under attack, Saber and I can deal with it. Are you alright, Saber? I dash into the living room. At that instant, the strength flees from my legs and I sink to my knees. What? I can't move my legs. The buzzing rings my eardrums and I lose my sense of balance. I feel nauseous and cold. Desperately, I fight it off, willing strength into my body. And realize that my command spell has lost its color. My mind freezes. The color of the command spell has faded away. Before I can take in what that means, no clue.
Fuck, dude.
Mystery voice.
Alright, you want me we do my old man one for memes?
Sure.
I could just do a generic voice. I don't know if you can do the old man one. I've already dealt with Saber. I can't afford to have any more servants go to their side.
I hear a familiar voice near me.
A familiar one?
How familiar? I bear the nausea and look up.
Ooh! She's I'm sorry, Oni-chan. I wanted to play for a bit longer, but then the situation changed. If you want to curse me, curse the imperfect Holy Grail.
The ringing in my ears invades my brain. The imperceptible sound waves shut down my vision by filling themselves behind my eyeballs.
Don't worry, I won't kill you right away. You're my trump card against that person. I'll destroy your body here, but I'll put your mind in a puppet. You won't be able to move after that, but it's better than dying, right, Oni-chan?
Sound permeates my body. My mind is still frozen. In the darkness, with my senses sealed, I meet my end without even realizing it. Wait, really? When's the last time we made a choice?
Jake, what?
What? We gotta listen to the Tiger Dojo, I guess.
Also,
I don't...
Wingless, we've been over this multiple times. The original game is completely voiced. The only reason that we have a hard time understanding who's talking is because we have turned the voices entirely off. But it is intuitive when you're actually playing the game.
I can't believe that we just died. I cannot think of the last choice. What is this? Scripted death? Why is this Tiger Dojo weird?
Alright. Gotta move the mic right a little bit. Continuation, not enough love! The one who reformed and graduated from this dojo has been reborn as a devil child. Will she really be able to become a heroine? Well, I guess it's impossible. Impossible, it's impossible no matter what. I bet she's trembling outside right now, wanting to come back, but can't because of all the big talk she gave me. Well, it's cold outside, so I bet she'll come back with a souvenir around the next dojo. So this bad end is also because of lack of love. It's obvious whose love you're lacking this time, right? Try getting a bit closer with Ilya-chan so that she won't go full out on you. The important points are whether you meet Ilya-chan on the 7th day and how you apologize to her. You have to restart from day 5 if you can't meet her on day 7. You have to consult Tosuko-san if you see her at school. That's the end of this Tiger Dojo. Please continue enjoying Sakura-chan's route, whether the atmosphere completely changes with the appearance of many new characters.
Wow.
We're going to day 5?
Well, day 5 if we can't meet with Ilya on day 7, right? Which today was day 7.
Okay, fifth
day,
day,
where
fifth
we
day.
like could decide what to do in the market, right?
Okay, so way to school, after school shopping district. This has to be where it is. Because remember when we said that if we went to the park, we'd probably see Ilya, and then we decided to not do that? That's probably what we needed to do.
Wow. That's fucking brutal.
That's a really long... Look how much game we played.
Holy shit. Alright, try that one, I guess. Fuck me. The daughter of Winter Ilya 1. Is this the time we first met her?
No, it can't be.
No. I guess I could fucking... The stupid corrupted save thing shows the same picture for all of them. Let's load here and see what the choice is. No, this is the one where we did meet her, so it can't be this one. Go to load again, I think. Wait, so we did meet her on the 5th day. Did we do something on the 7th day? We can just go one by one and see what these choices are. But...
Okay, so you want to do this one, and then get to the choice?
Because
it looks like the choice is up here.
This one's like... I can't read that.
I don't hate you, and I don't know... Oh, this is the one where she asked if we liked her, or if we loved her?
You remember what we picked?
I think we picked I don't hate you.
I'm going to see if that's the right choice. Uh, we're supposed to say, I don't hate you.
I think that's the one we picked. Was there another time that we were supposed to? What did she say in the Tiger Dojo? Can we go look at the Tiger Dojos?
I think so.
We'd have to go to menu, right?
Yeah, I'd be at like the main menu, I think. Gallery, maybe?
No, that's where all of our.
Or no, it'd be an ending list. The ED list. It's got to have Tiger Dojos in it, right? Yeah. The stamps at the bottom. It's probably the last one in the list, I imagine, if they're in order.
Yes. Yeah, they said not enough love.
Right.
Ilya-chan, you start from day 5 if you can't meet her on day 7.
And we didn't meet her on day 7. Okay, so I think we must have not picked I Don't Hate You. Something about that implying that that was an option or something. I kind of remembered this conversation.
I feel like we picked I Don't Hate You. And the internet says that's the right option?
I can try to find a different guide here, but I can look at a different one. This one says that is the correct option.
Yeah. It says reply good. Skip this scene. Is there another option she gives us? This is the next option that we fucked up. Or we might have fucked up.
I don't hate. Okay. It might just be the same conversation. Either way. This says both will end up giving your choice. Both end up giving +1 Ilya conversation. I Don't Hate You gives +1 Ilya point.
Okay.
And nothing else. Oh, there's something in day 6 about like either I'll have a snack or I'll go shopping.
Oh, and we chose snack?
I think so.
Okay, okay.
That might be where our line is.
Okay, so on this one, we told Sakura, right?
I'm sure we did.
Nox, we got a bad ending. We had to go back a lot. And then we checked on her, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. Again, that must be what we chose. And also what we should pick.
Ooh, we didn't lie. This is what we were talking.
You didn't lie, and it says this one doesn't matter.
We go shopping.
And this one we want to say we go shopping. I think this is where our issue was.
Oh,
which is so fucking
this is the one we did twice though. Remember, because we did the TV one, and then we were like, no, let's do the snack one because we think it's gonna get us more Sakura points, and it did. So then we thought we had satisfied.
Wait.
What? Were you not ready?
No,
Did you see a spoiler?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's okay. I like the sound of running water.
Oh yeah. I forgot about it because of all the things that happened this morning, but I did make a promise with Ilya. Fuck.
We made a promise with Ilya?
Well, it wasn't really a promise, but I'd be really dishonest if I don't go, as I'm the one who asked her if we could see each other again. Oh, this was doable. We're just idiot assholes. They're like, yeah, we'll come here again tomorrow, and they just bailed. Saber and Sakura are... They're doing the dishes together. If I tell them I'm going out, they'll either stop me or insist on coming along.
We're just gonna sneak out.
I'm gonna go see Ilya. I should do it alone.
Wow,
I
we
feel
stood up
bad,
so
but-
many girls in this route.
I'll just leave a note and sneak out, right? Whew. I managed to sneak out. I left them a note saying, go to buy stuff for dinner, be back in an hour, so they shouldn't be too worried. She's not here, as I thought. There's no one in the park. Even with the apartments looming overhead, this place is so cold that it feels like it'll start snowing at any moment. Well, I don't know what I'd talk about even if she were here. I sit on the bench. Setting the grocery bag down, I look up at the dark sky. It seems the gift I bought at the shopping district went to waste. I stare at the sky absent-mindedly. It must be because this place is surrounded by buildings. Only a tiny square of sky is visible, and it seems farther away than usual. It's cold. I can see my breath. The cold, dry air is freezing, and I wouldn't be surprised even if it started snowing. Well, I should go home. I grab the grocery bag and get up. It's past 2 o'clock. I have to leave now if I'm going to be home in time. Huh?
Are we getting kidnapped again?
My legs freeze. Does feel that way. They won't move. They don't even budge, no matter how hard I try. My vision blurs. No, that's an understatement. My vision's broken. Same dude. My eyes have bulged into my skull and I have no sense of distance. I realize that I'm in the worst situation possible. I was trying to imagine what I would react to if my fucking eyes stopped working. And is really how I would do that. It feels like my body's been turned into stone. Exactly how I got kidnapped last time. My nerves are disconnected, leaving me detached from the world. It's like I'm watching the world through a camera, controlling myself in a video game. Stay. Brr. I'll be killed. It was a mistake to go outside alone. I can't even see my attacker's face, let alone move, and...
Did I surprise you? You were completely defenseless, so I had to tease you.
Gotcha! I'm being teased by this mischievous girl?
Oh, you're back to normal. I guess contacting you through vision isn't that strong.
She appears from behind me.
Dude, that's so fucked.
She's smiling, probably because she was already here and was watching me from behind. That really plays off your knowledge of the previous route, too.
You're no good if you can't dispel magic using your own powers. Your future looks gloomy if outside factors are the only thing that can dispel you.
She lectures me. But her words aren't coming into my brain. Ilya, what are you doing? Surprise attacks are unfair, even for both masters.
Hey, that wasn't a surprise attack. I was sitting next to you for a while, but you didn't notice me, and then you made it worse by getting ready to leave. That was your own fault, Shiro.
But you were sitting next to me this whole time?
Yeah, I was hiding a bit, but you're too careless. You didn't notice my presence, and you were captivated by a spell that merely uses direct magical energy contact. You're a master, so you should keep a better watch on your surroundings.
Ilya warns me, utterly amazed. Oh, yeah, you're right. She seems so much like a teacher that I find myself nodding. Yes, I see.
It's good if you understand. So what's going on today? You're empty inside right now, but you don't have Saber with you. If you're trying to rest, wouldn't it be safer to do it at home?
Huh? Well, I didn't come here to rest. Well, you're right that not bringing Saber was careless of me.
Right? I couldn't leave you alone because you seem so odd. I wasn't supposed to talk to you after yesterday, but I'll make an exception for today.
Ilya's saying something strange. After all, I came to this park because...
So why were you just sitting here? You would have been dead if I came here as a master.
Well, I just came here to see you. You told me yesterday that we could meet again.
What?
Oh, she's surprised. Well, it's not like it was an official promise.
What? You came to see me even though I told you I'll be trying to kill you?
That's your choice, not mine. I just want to talk to you, not fight. And in any case... Ilya said she'd kill me, but she just let a chance go by. She could have really done it if she kept her spell on me. As she didn't do so, I don't want to fight her. Masters don't fight during daytime, right? Then let's forget about it for now. I just came here to see you. Do you want to kill me more than you want to talk with me?
That's an unfair question. I have to do both. It's fun to talk to you, but I can't forgive you, so I can't just choose one.
Ilya hangs her head and mumbles. She looks serious, like she's actually suffering rather than just being troubled. I see. Then I don't care. I won't ask you to choose one.
Oh, but
I know, but since we're both here, let's talk. I brought a gift for you today, so we'll fight some other time. I take out a bag of taiyaki. They cooled off while I was waiting for Ilya, but they're still a bit warm. Here's the offering. I'll give you these, so please let me go this time. I hold out the taiyaki.
Oh.
Ilya hesitates, but then takes them and nods. I'm not too sure what we talked about after that. We talked about meaningless things. What she likes to eat, what she doesn't like to eat, how she likes birds and hates cats, how she likes snow and hates the cold, how she wants to play but can't, and how she doesn't like her maids but wants to like them. Ilya looks happy just to be talking. She's sitting on the bench, eating the taiyaki and swinging her legs. She looks like a child waiting for her father's return. Eee. I see. So you didn't come to this town by yourself?
No, I came with Sella and Lisrit. I don't need people to keep an eye on me, but I do need people to take care of my place, right?
So Ilya came to Japan with 2 maids. Are they staying at a hotel or something?
What? Are you curious? Do you want to know where I live?
Yeah, I'm curious. You keep popping up at unexpected times, but what would I do if an emergency happens and I don't know where you live? Even if she gets injured and asks me for help, I won't be able to do it if I don't know that. I'll rest a little easier if I know where she lives.
Alright, you're special. If you want to know that badly, I'll tell you.
Then... Ilya stands up and places her hand on my forehead. Whoa, hey, Ilya.
Just be quiet. You'll enter some other place if you resist me too hard. It's troublesome to return things to normal if it happens.
Oh. Okay. Under that kind of pressure, I can only nod obediently.
That's a good boy. Then close your eyes and don't look around too much, okay? Even though I'm transferring you, you'll get motion sickness because the view is someone else's.
Ilya places her forehead onto mine. I'm surprised, but I close my eyes. At that moment, my vision accelerates and expands. What a weird secret Ilya power. No, was it my consciousness that expanded? The next thing I know, I'm looking down at an unfamiliar scene.
Can you see it? I transferred your vision to my forest.
Ilya's voice echoes in my head.
Oh. I can't
I
make
can't
that
reply, nor nod back.
happen.
His vision is the only thing allowed for me. I'm one of the trees in the forest. It's natural that my body doesn't move. Can't believe Game of Thrones copied Fate. My body's been turned into a tree in an instant.
Original working.
Did
Did you memorize the route? Did you memorize the route? Then I'll transfer you to the castle wall now.
The scene changes. My vision is the only sense I have. I still exist, but I can't feel myself. I'm a wall now. I can sense my limbs, but there are no limbs for me to move. I have a body that can move at will, yet I can't move it. Oh, fuck, he's voicing the maids.
You want to do your 20s caster voice?
I can do one of them. Do you want Sella or Laserit?
I will be a Laserit.
Okay. Laserit, I cannot find Ilya's Filsama. Do you know where she may be?
No, Hylia should be somewhere.
Laserit, please do not refer to my lady so crudely. Ilias feels not like us. Have you forgotten our mission?
You didn't even say Ilias Filsama
I
while you're
do.
scolding me.
Ilias Filsama is not like us. Have you forgotten our mission?
Sella is Ilya's teacher. I'm to dress Ilya with Heaven's Feel, the third dress.
Title. Correct. Seems even your poor memory can retain that.
I didn't forget, but Ilya hates wearing that, so I don't like it.
I understand that as well, but we need her to wear it when the time comes. We were made for that purpose. She must be prepared as well.
Sella. I couldn't remember who was who.
What is it, Laserit?
Don't you get tired?
Not at all. I hear two identical maids talking. When I realized those two are the maids Ilya was talking about, I finally returned to my body.
How was it? That was some great transformation magic, right?
I hold my mouth and bear my nausea. I feel sick, suddenly feeling the realism of my body. Ilya, what was that?
It's a transfer of consciousness. I moved your vision into some other object.
She made us a wall.
There's a nerve going from your eyes to your brain, right? I connected that nerve to something other than your eyes. You were getting information from the trees in my forest instead of your eyes.
So it's not that I became the tree, but I received their vision and mistakenly thought I was one? What vision?
Oh, I thought you were dense, but you're actually pretty bright. Yes, that's right. That was magically changed the input while leaving the equipment called human alone. It's a big deal to change someone into a tree, but it's still in the realms of magic to connect one's consciousness to a tree. Firesight, possession, or application of this magic.
I see, but that's pretty impressive stuff. I couldn't do anything when you transferred me to the tree. Couldn't you also use it to nullify your opponent?
Yes, our specialty is in flow and transfer of power. For example, Tosca Magi can transfer their magical energy into jewels without diluting its purity. Using that same technique, they can also transfer someone's consciousness. If there's an enemy that wants to seal, they can nullify him by transferring his consciousness into a jewel or an immobile doll. But the success rate of transferring someone's consciousness is so low that even we, the ones specialized in transfer, won't use it as an attack. But what I did to you was an exception. You didn't resist, and that force is mine. It's normally much harder to connect things. And your consciousness will be forced to return if the original body is stimulated in any way. The body will call its consciousness back when it senses danger, even if the consciousness is unaware. That's what happened to you just now. You couldn't do anything when your mind was in the tree, but your body called you back when I shook it.
What? So this is something like a dream? You can never wake up from a dream, no matter how hard you try. What?
I don't think this is a good analogy.
Dreams usually end when morning comes, when the body wakes up out of habit.
It's a bit different. You can wake up from a dream using your will, but that's why transferal is not fit for offense. It's more for self-protection. If you transfer your consciousness to your familiar or a doll that can move, you can safely pursue magic.
So your consciousness just returns to your original body, even if an enemy destroys your familiar?
Yes, magi who transfer their minds usually hide their original bodies in a safe place. In cases like this, you need to watch out when you transfer into a familiar with its own soul. When you transfer your consciousness into something with a proper chain of command, the initiative is completely held by them. So even if you transfer into humans or animals, you can only occupy a corner of their brain and observe what they see. They will serve as a camera, not a remote-controlled robot. Moving your consciousness into a living thing with its own will is more like reincarnation than transfer. That alone is great magic, so no ordinary magus would be able to do it.
I didn't expect the Ilya lecture today, but...
You ready to get schooled?
Reincarnation. Magic to create an offspring with your soul in it after you die. Some magi have achieved that goal, but I hear that reproducing a soul is difficult. Sounds kind of hard.
Yeah, a little bit.
Even if you start over from the moment of birth, if you can't inherit all the power of your previous self, you're a copy, not a reincarnation. A copy is degraded by its very nature. Ironic by Shiro. Therefore, a copied magus is inferior to his previous self.
If you want to transfer yourself into a living thing, you can make a familiar without a soul. But the soulless familiars used today are weak. It's just like controlling a doll filled with cotton. They're only useful as messengers. And even if you transfer your consciousness into a familiar or a doll, you will disappear if your original body grows old and dies. It's not immortality. The only internal thing in this physical world are souls. But nobody can keep souls by themselves. A soul cannot stay in this world without a body, and it will be destined with eventual death once it obtains a body. Well, it just means it's the limit of magic by Ainsburn and Tosaka. Damn, we got a whole fucking lesson. I don't want to ever say the word consciousness ever again.
Consciousness? A bell rings the time. The clock in the park points at 3. I guess it's already been an hour.
Oh, I have to get going. Are you going home too?
Yeah, I should be heading home. Ilya nods and walks to the middle of the park.
Okay, I shouldn't say this, but... Will you come...
The white girl asks
Sorry,
me.
I read it and they didn't hear it.
That's fine.
Will you come see me again tomorrow, Shiro?
As if she knows I'm going to refuse.
Everyone write that down, so that we don't forget.
You idiot. I don't even need to answer. course I'll come tomorrow. You showed me your house, so it's my turn next.
Okay, then I'll be sure to call out to you first tomorrow.
Ilya runs off. Under the cloudy sky, the white-haired girl looks like a fairy. Like, that's a very important scene, and I get why skipping it would kill you, but it should just kill you, like, way the fuck earlier.
The fact that we got killed so late that we were like, when was the last time we had a choice?
Like, 2 days. And I bet it skips some of those scenes if they're repeated. Like, I would bet they reuse some of those.
Oh, we skipped a lot of fucking scenes. You probably didn't see
Yeah.
because the card just stayed the same the whole time, but for me, I hit skip a bunch. You just wrote down Jake is the king of the messy boys. It's dirty boys, not messy boys. He's like a
Messy
raccoon.
boys. Oh, thank you. Best
Just
animal.
yeah, just think of Jake as a raccoon. And that's what you need to know about his what his apartment looks like. He is both. No, it's king of the
Occupant
dirty
multitudes.
boys. He is a raccoon.
I'm home.
Oh shit! My screen's changed, bro.
Oh, I don't know what you consider important. Like,
Ta-da!
you think of Tanuki, wingless.
God, fucking.
I'm home.
Look at this casual. He doesn't know what a tanuki is.
Didn't watch Pompoco.
Oh no. All right.
Make your best guess. Oh, I guess she would say senpai. Yeah, you don't. Have to guess.
Nice. Where were you? Where were you, Shiro? Where did you go, senpai?
Whoa!
I left a note.
I jump back, bumping against the front door.
No, not whoa. I have told you many times not to go outside by yourself. Worse still, you snuck out while you were sick. Saber-san's right. You wrote that you'd be back at 2. Do you know what time it is? Where were you for the extra 2 hours?
No, hold on. I understand. I understand why you two are mad, so... You guys will just calm down. I should be able to come up with an excuse.
No, you do not understand. I agreed with your decision to go to school yesterday, but I cannot forgive you this time. It seems you are healthy enough. I shall train you until dinner.
Saber pushes Sakura aside and steps closer.
Yes, the dojo is clean, so please use it. I heard how good Saber-san is from Fujimura-sensei, so I'm sure you will enjoy it.
Sakura pushes Saber aside and roars at me. I can't do this. I'll only add fuel to the fire if I say the wrong thing. Saber might even go as far as breaking our contract. Jesus.
Where's your reply, Shiro? Where's your reply, senpai?
I'm sorry. Rattle, rattle. I hate my front door for blocking my retreat.
Then let us go at once. Please prepare the first aid kit, Sakura. Please do. Punish him all you want. Well, don't threaten me with a good time.
I was gonna make that joke. The two retreat together in unison. Man, I wonder if I'll be able to eat dinner tonight. But I don't know what they'll do if I don't go with them. I guess I have to atone for my actions in the dojo. There we
Saber-chan
go.
can beat me with the stick. Okay, now this is the Matos Shinji. This is when he shows up and hits Sakura. We're skipping that. Oh, we don't skip that. We restrained ourselves last time. We're skipping
No,
the same answers?
I think.
Oh, we punched him.
I think we tried to punch him. It doesn't really let you anyway.
Yeah. Okay, enraged. Skip this scene. Sakura's sick. Tonight's plan.
Then we go fight the shadow monster, right?
Oh, right.
But I think no, I'm worried about Sakura is what we must have picked.
Yeah, we stayed home this time.
Yeah.
Night bedtime, Mato Sakura. Hero's Death. Wandering Clouds Sumo Edition. Sakura and lunch. Way to school lunchtime. Rooftop with Rin. Before 5th period, the stairway. Oh, that's when we fucked up because we forgot that we were gonna eat lunch with Sakura.
Yeah. Yep.
After school, the shocking Mapo tofu.
Best scene. Best scene in the series. Oh, something's changed. It's almost 4 o'clock when I get out of the restaurant. I have no business in the shopping district, so all that's left is to go home. But Kotomine's story is not something I can ignore. Castor's still alive. People are still falling into unexplained comas. And I'm still surprised by how calm I was when I found out Kotomine was a master. Come to think of it, I never got along with him. I must have known instinctively that we'd be in opposition. Is it Ilya that was like yelling at us there?
I don't know. Hey!
I would assume, but... In any case, Kotomine lost his servant. There are 3 masters remaining now. Assassin's master seems to be the Ryudo Temple, and Archer's master, Tosaka. And...
Hey! Why are you spaced out, Shiro?
Whoa! Berserker's master, they're going in front of me right now. Ilya, why'd you suddenly jump on me? You surprised me.
Hey, it wasn't Sun. You're the one who didn't notice me when I was calling out to you.
What? Oh. I thought I heard something, but could it be? Oh man, have you been following me ever since the shopping district?
Yep, you were walking with a difficult expression. I called to you from behind so that it wouldn't bother you, but you just ignored me and kept on walking.
Oh, well, I was thinking, so it's not like I was ignoring you.
And you didn't come to the park either. I was waiting all this time.
Oh, she's right. We have a tacit understanding to meet there in the afternoon. How could I have forgotten just because I was talking with Kotomine? Sorry, I forgot about it. I apologize, Ilya.
I won't forgive you that easily. I'm really mad.
Ilya glares at me. What should I do? I can't blame her for getting mad since I did forget our promise and make her wait. I have to show her my sincerity, so...
Ooh!
I guess just slap it on the end, right?
Yeah, kind of like, fuck. Oh, we have to show her to the house.
Right. We told her we'd show her the house.
Yeah, that has to be the right answer.
Yeah. I made her wait out here in the cold, so the least I can do is help her warm up again. I have a proposition, Ilya.
What? I won't fall for cheap words.
Right. That's why I'm going to apologize to you with my actions instead. You want to come to my house? I can treat you to some hot tea and snacks.
Huh? You mean your house?
Or else. There's no one home. Well, Saber's home, but I won't let her attack you. I think drinking tea at home is good once in a while.
It might be good, but can I really go to your house?
Of course. Besides, you showed me your castle the other day. It's my turn today.
Yeah, you did say that.
She sounds like she's trying to convince herself. Then...
Can I really go to your house? I came to kill you in Kiritsugu. Can such a person be allowed to enter your house?
Ilya asks me emotionlessly. I don't know how much meaning was put into those words. The Ainsworn girl who came to kill my father. Her reason for pursuing Kiritsugu, her reason for wanting to kill me. These things I already know. The man that betrayed Ainsburn. Kiritsugu abandoned everything and started living in this town. I didn't know about all the sacrifices that made this life possible until I became a master. Ilya shouldn't forgive Kiritsugu, and she really must want to kill me. I should invite her to my house despite that fact. No, more so because. Yeah, this master business doesn't matter right now. I just want you to come over. I answer her while looking straight into her eyes. Ilya gasps, looks at me in astonishment, and
Okay, thanks, Oni-chan.
she hugs me with a big smile.
I showed you my castle. Please respond.
Alright, stay here for a bit, Ilya. I have to go convince Saber. I roll up my sleeves and clear the entrance. We're gonna hit her?
Go ahead, Shiro. Good luck.
Ilya waves her hand and cheers me on. Alright. I have to persuade Saber no matter what.
I refuse.
Well, that didn't take very long. Well, I understand how you feel. I know what you want to say. You want to tell me it's suicidal to invite Berserker's master into our house, right? I understand. I really do. But set that aside for a moment.
No, you do not understand. It is Ilias Veal we are talking about. A master of her degree should easily be able to detect the weakness of this place. It should be easy for her to destroy the boundary field. But you want to invite her in? This is not just inviting in your enemy. You are about to drink poison out of your own will.
But Ilya promised me she wouldn't do anything. And she doesn't have Berserker with her. She said we won't fight until nighttime. Ilya's just a girl, so don't get angry about such a trifling matter.
Her gender does not matter. First of all, what were you doing with Ilias Veal behind my back? You were almost killed by her, and you are showing concern for her? You are not good-natured, but just plain stupid.
Oh, but Ilya's a good girl once you get to know her. She just doesn't know good from evil, so we merely have to teach her what's good and bad.
You are too optimistic. Are you simply taking her at her word, Shiro? Her family exists only to obtain the Holy Grail. She will break her promises to you without a second thought.
But that's not true. You're going too far, Saber. Ilya's Ilya. I don't know what these Einstein people are like, but don't treat her like them.
That is certainly true. You are correct, Shiro.
Saber, then...
Well, it did not sound convincing when you suggested it in such a quiet voice.
Well, it's just that Saber was that mad.
I understand. If I continued to protest, you would likely use your command spell. I shall trust her as you have trusted her.
Saber.
But I will not see her. I do not think I can stay composed in front of her, and I am sure she will be on guard if I am there.
Yeah, you're right. Then what are you going to do?
I shall stand by in the guest room. I shall quickly come to you in case of emergency, so please do not worry.
Okay, I'm sorry, Saber, but this is...
I know, I'm the only one. I am the one who told you about Kiritsugu and the Holy Grail War. I should have been prepared for this.
Saber lets out a sigh and goes to the guest room. I see. Saber was my father's servant in the last Holy Grail War. Then it's natural for her to know of the relationship between Kiritsugu and Ilya.
Hello, so this is Shiro's house?
In contrast to her energetic voice, Ilya enters timidly. Let's have some tea first. I'll show you the living room, so follow me.
Okay, oh, this hallway has a wooden floor. Your house is Japanese, just like I heard.
Ilya looks around as she walks. I guess this Japanese style is unusual for her since she's living in a castle. Here you go. I thought about making English tea, but that's boring and I'm sure you have better ones at your place. I made some Japanese tea. Tell me if it's too bitter and I'll water it down for you. I hand her the cup. I used the best tea I had, so it should taste good. The only potential problem is that it might be too bitter.
Oh, thanks, Shiro.
She sits Japanese style and nervously takes a sip.
Bleh.
Ilya freezes. I thought so. I was trying to be considerate, but I guess milk tea would have been better. I'm sorry. It's bitter, right? I'll go make another one so you don't have to drink it.
No, that's not true. It was very delicious.
Lies. I don't know where she learned the manners, but Ilya bows. and she slowly starts to sip on the tea. Well, if she wants to drink it, I shouldn't stop her. The Japanese snack, on the other hand, seems to be well received, so I'll sit here and keep her company. Make her, like, surprised expression with the snack.
Mm-hmm.
Once we finish the tea, Ilya asks me if we can explore my house. Explore. I'm fine with that, but there's nothing interesting.
I just want to check it out. I knew this place had low magical value when I came in here, so all you have to do is show me around.
That's her reply. So I end up giving her a tour of my home, but
This place is smaller than I thought. One side of the corridor is glass. It'll be troublesome when you get attacked here.
oh, don't worry, I've been kicked through that glass already.
This is Shiro's room? No way, a person can't live here. This is your yard? Japanese magi must have it tough. You can't grow anything in such a small garden. I know this. This is called a dojo, right? My grandfather told me you people are savages that slash at each other barefooted. Oh no.
Jesus.
Oh god.
No, I don't want to see inside your storage room. You have servants to take care of that.
Ilya walking around going, ah, poor! She complains a lot. But it seems she's having fun.
What's next? We haven't gone over there. Let's go, Shiro.
She urges me. Fine, fine, let's go to the back. It's dirty because we haven't used it for a few years, but don't worry about it. Ilya runs across the hallway in joy. Whew. But I don't know what she's so happy about, but I'm glad I'm showing her around if it's this fun for her. Come on, Peepaw. Get with the times. But Ilya must be getting tired as she loses her spirit halfway through the tour. Ilya silently looks around the rooms. Once we've seen everything, we return to the living room. That's all. Well, there's also the outbuilding, but you'll have to excuse me for not showing it to you. Saber's sleeping there right now. Ilya looks downcast.
I see. So this is all?
Ilya, what's wrong? Are you tired?
Yeah, I'm a bit tired. There's nobody here after all.
She looks like a normal girl of her age. Ilya's acting like Ilya, not like a strong master.
I came to take revenge, but it's sad that the person to take revenge on isn't here anymore.
She murmurs to herself, tears silently trickling down her face.
Huh? That's strange. I think I'm crying. There is nothing sad or scary.
Ilya tilts her head in wonder, as if it's a really odd thing. There's probably a reason for it. There's no one in this house. The target she has a grudge against. She only wanted to kill him, but the chance has been forever lost. Ilyasfeel von Einsburn. She has a reason to kill me and Kiritsugu. It's because...
Let's go, Shiro. The sun's going to set soon. We'll have to fight unless I leave this place before nightfall.
Ilya's smiling. What can I say back to her? Yeah, you're right. Then I'll see you off to the park.
Okay, you sure know how to treat a lady.
She smiles innocently. Her silver hair fluttering behind her as Ilya runs to the front door as if nothing's happened. And I part with her for the third time. My legs are heavy on the way home. I slowly walk through the streets as if for the first time. I have so much to think about. Foremost in my mind, I'm finally realizing how important Ilya is. Father, Ilya is... Should I fight her as a master? Or should I convince her to forfeit? Makiri and Einsburn have deep tenacities. They have desired the Holy Grail for over 500 years and 1,000 years. That's what Kodamine said. Is there a way to separate Ilya from people who've sought the Holy Grail for so long? No, even before that. I have no idea how to quench your desire for revenge. I return to my house. The sun's about to set, coloring the town with its reddish glow. Alright, I have to pull myself together. I slap my cheeks. I'll have to deal with Shinji and Ilya sooner or later, but defeating Castor, the one still attacking the people in this town, takes priority now. I won't let an event like the one that took place 10 years ago take place again. That's why I decided to become a master and fight alongside Saber. It's just saying I slap my cheeks. That's
It's
hilarious.
So funny. Yeah, like 'cause when you see it happen in animes, it's fine. But just reading,
Right.
I slap my cheeks, I will always think about butt cheeks. I will never think about face cheeks. Okay, this one says return home living room. We're skipping it. Training room. Midnight Park. Return alive. Return home. Yep.
Oh, okay, so
Intermission.
then we just fought the shadow.
Yeah. And we
And then
did.
the intermission is the Zuken body shit.
And then
So
Sakura.
now we're at where we started today. And then Sakura made breakfast and she's apologizing to Saber.
Yeah, we went to school. We went to the rooftop. And now we're after school.
School ends and I quickly head home. Imagine we still get the same ending at this. Since all the after-school clubs have been canceled, the front gate's crowded with students. I look around, but I don't see Tosuka. I bet she's already heading to the Matou household.
Senpai, are you looking for someone?
No, I was just looking at the school. It's rare for everyone to go home like this, right?
You're right, but we can go home together because of that. Should we stop by the shopping district?
Yeah, let's buy stuff for dinner. Fujine can't come over for a while, so it'll be for me, you, and Saber. Uh-oh. We stopped by the park after shopping. There's no one here. No children playing around, no silver-haired girl in a coat.
There's no one here. Is this place not used that often?
I guess that's how it is. There were people here until the sunset when I was a child, but I guess it's like this now, except for the holidays.
I see. It's kind of lonely.
I agree and look up at the sky. The evening sky. Clarify. The madder red sky without any birds looks lonely, just like the park. Let's go. You don't get this time off very often, so we should relax. We leave the park. With an energetic reply, Sakura follows after me.
Yeah! We spent a whole hour and
Whoa!
a half resetting everything!
And now we're to new content for the first time. I mean, all those conversations were new.
Right. Hold on. I have chippy fingers.
Okay.
And I know that I'm gonna have to do a lot of talking right now, so I gotta work on that.
Yeah, I guess everyone that could be in this house is your voice. Well, except for Ryder, who is famous for how much she likes to talk.
At least like Rin, Shinji, and Zoken are just three completely different voices.
Right.
When
they're
I
not
have to
similar.
do Fujimura, Saber, Rin, and Sakura all in the same time, it is just the worst time for me.
We're good.
Yes.
And the girl, Tosuka Rin, reaches her destination. The Matou household. The workshop of the old family of Magi who came to this town 200 years ago. Even though her family gave them land as a cooperator, the Matou family are outsiders that never concern themselves with. The two families formed a non-aggression pact and bound themselves to not be concerned with each other's affairs. She walks on, uncaring. If there was a pact forbidding the two families to associate, it was broken 11 years ago. It was originally formed by the heads of the two families. They had abided by it for 200 years, though its purpose had been forgotten. Neither Tosuka nor Matou have obtained the Holy Grail during that time. Their pact was made to obtain the Holy Grail. But since their wish never came true, there's no reason to follow such an ancient pact now. She strides to the front door without ringing the doorbell. Oh, she's going in.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't come here as a guest. She's here as a master to eliminate one of her competitors in this game.
Well, that's true, but
Rin searches through the Matteau household with a sour expression. Did she just answer the narrator?
mm-hmm.
The Holy Grail War provided her with a reason to come here. Therefore, she's not bound by the pact between their families. Even though she persuades herself, she can't change her personality.
I see. This is the first time I've gone against my dad's instruction.
She mutters to herself. But it's nothing special. It's not like something important was destroyed by disobeying her father. If she regrets anything,
How stupid of me. I should have came here earlier if I was going to break the pact anyway.
it's the remorse towards someone who's endured it for over 10 years.
think
Oh,
this
is
is-
this like Shiro talking?
Uh-huh.
It must be. Rin, it's about the layout of the house. There are 2 blank areas.
No, I think it's Archer.
Oh, you're right. Shiro wouldn't say Rin.
You said Shiro
That was
and
throwing me off.
I auto-translated. I was like, yeah, duh.
Kinda. Ahem. Rin, it's about the layout of the house. There are 2 blank areas.
Huh? Where's that? Is it on the first floor?
The second, it's a bit small to be a stairway, but it probably goes down to the basement.
Okay. By the way, have you noticed it, Archer?
Of course, but it shouldn't be harmful. If you choose to ignore it, I will as well. Our target is that monster. She nods to his words and goes to the second floor. Even though the Red Knight's not visible, he's by her side. She brought him in case of combat, but it seems he takes notice of small details. After traversing the house once, he's come up with a blueprint and can point out where the empty spaces are. Archer being like, yeah, I just thought of that right now. Really just perceptive. I didn't know about it beforehand or anything. Rin has come to realize that Archer's skilled in analyzing the design and structure of objects. Good at tracing, if you will.
I've been thinking, that strong point of yours isn't suited for an archer.
You can whine later. Here, I got it open. It's dark, so watch. They stop talking. From the opening in the wall, damp air flows out of the pathway to the basement. The rotten smell is unbearable even for Archer, who hasn't taken form. He doesn't even have a nose. I hate the worm pit. I knew this is where they were going, but I hate the worm pit so much. They come down to a damp stone paving. Murky greenish darkness engulfs them. The numerous holes must be to bury dead people. In these stone chambers, the corpses decompose and fade away, leaving the holes empty to await their next occupant. It's like the process of burial above ground. The only difference is the process of decomposition. It's not the soil that decomposes the corpses here, but the writhing mass of worms.
The training ground of the Bateau, the Makiri.
She gets dizzy. It's not because of disgust or chill. It's anger that caused her to shudder, repent, and vomit. This is the training ground. A place like this is used as a training ground. This space containing rotten moisture, the smell of corpses, and infinite worms is the room given to the successor of the Matteau family. What can one learn in such a place? The only thing here is breeding stock. Worms to breed, worms to raise, worms to train. The people of Matteau have trained, urged, and bred their successor with these worms. How different is this world from her own? The cold-hearted ways, the difficulty of the tasks, and the pain of the engraved magic circuit. She's not comparing the severity as the successor. If one's talked about the burden, sufferings, and the harshness, hers is incomparable. She overcame more difficulties and hardships than anyone. That's why she's a genius magus, and an average one, the user of the 5 elements that the Magic Association's accepting as a scholarship student. If one orders her to command the worms in this room, she'll be able to create a superior spell in half a year. Rin can create a spell the successor of the Matou family has been unable to create even after 10 years. But this method of learning is madness. If asked whether she could withstand being violated by these worms, she can only hesitate. The inheritance of the magic here is not a study, but a torture. A magic that's taught not to the mind, but to the body. That's how the Makiris pass on their magic, and this is the preference of the old magus, Matou Zoken. Therefore, to be chosen as successor of the Matou family means to be tortured forever. Rin.
I know. Zoken isn't here. He either ran away or has another secret base. Either way, there aren't any clues here, so we should get going.
She leaves the stone room, suppressing her urge to scream. Her footsteps fade. After that, the worms swarm around what she's vomited out. She returns to the ground floor. Her business finished, she makes for the door and...
Shinji, you're there, aren't you? It's no use hiding.
She calls out to the person hiding in the other secret pathway.
Tosaka, you! I was going to ignore you and go home, but I've changed my mind. Let's talk for a bit, Matou-kun.
Matou Shinji glares at Rin, but follows her request. He's obviously afraid of her. His fear is not because of facing a master and her servant, but rather because of the threatening attitude she's taking.
Don't kid me. I have nothing to talk about. First of all, the Tosuka family shouldn't associate with them. Oh god. Associate with the Matou family. Why are you here?
Associate?
Oh, we both go to the same school. I don't think it's strange for me to come over. Don't make me laugh. You break the lock, search through my house, and then call it coming over? So I guess it's true that you lost your manners after your dad died. What a pack of morons. Since when did the Tosuka family start acting like burglars? Is that how I looked? That's not such a bad idea. There's nothing here worth stealing, but burglars do more than that, don't they? They go into violent rages when they're found. Yeah, I do want to act like a burglar right now.
Actually, robbery, not burglary at that point, but...
Shut the fuck up.
She's joking. But she isn't smiling at all. Tosuka Rin is coldly staring at Matou Shinji, who has his back to the wall.
You idiot, you're wrong. I had nothing to do with Zoken. I didn't know what that old bastard was doing until now. Yeah? So why did you become a master? It's because...
A gritting sound. Even though he's cornered by Tosuka, he swallows his words. He was willing to tell her anything she wanted to know about the old man. This girl's dangerous right now. There's no telling what she'll do if she's quiet. In the worst case, she might simply kill him out of rage.
Because...
But he can't say it. Telling her why he became a master is like asking for death. Even if...
And I'll say it for you. You just wanted to act like a magus. You're a failure and can't be a magus, so you wanted the Holy Grail to make you one. You have no other goal. You're a coward that wanted proof to hide your powerlessness.
It's something trivial for others.
Tosuka, you... Am I wrong? You didn't have a magic circuit even though you were born into the Matou family. That's not your fault. The Matou blood was fading away anyway. The duty of the Matou family as the Seeker was fading away from the time you people came here. But you persisted. You thought it was special to be special, and you demanded something you didn't need. You can't be a magus even if you obtained a magic circuit like that, but you clung to the special right that should have been given to you. Don't talk like you know everything! Don't talk bullshit! I can't be a magus! How do you know that? I can tell. I can say with certainty that you will never be a magus, even if you obtain the Holy Grail. You just don't have the talent. That's the difference between you and Emiya-kun. What?
Oh, his jaw drops. That name is unexpected for Matou Shinji. It's fine if Tosuka Rin opposes him as a master. He expected that. But it can't be possible for Emiya Shiro's name to come from her lips. He's just an amateur. He isn't from a family of magi, nor is he suited to be a master. It's too much for him to have sabers, so why is his name coming out of Tosuka Rin's mouth?
What? Stop that, Tosuka. Why are you talking about Emiya? Because he's stronger than you, and he has the right qualities to be a magus. Emiya Shiro has something Matou Shinji does not. Yeah, He doesn't have the talent just like you, but he has the quality to be a magus. He is the best at it, and it's something he won't lose in. He's the best? Him? Don't make me laugh, Tosaka. There's nothing he has that I don't have. He's the one who got nothing. He's just the lucky bastard that made a contract with Saber.
Shinji's hatred for Shiro must have blown his fears away as he now faces Rin straight on. The girl sighs and shrugs her shoulders.
I see. I guess you really are beyond help if you don't understand after all this. I thought I'd hold you responsible, but you're not even worth it. I'll let you go, so go run to the church before Emiya-kun beats you.
She turns her back on him, telling him she has no business here. She heads for the door, not even bothering to treat Shinji as an enemy.
I'm inferior to Emiya?
His voice burns with hatred. But he can do nothing but watch her go. He'll surely be killed if he attacks her here. Even Mato Shinji can see the difference in their powers.
Osaka, you...
A voice filled with deep resentment.
Jeez, I guess it can't be helped.
She stops and says goodbye to the boy that used to be the successor.
Fine, this is the end, so I'll tell you. Those who aim farther for others' sake, those who think of others before themselves, and those who hate themselves more than anyone. These are the qualities of a magus. There's a place you can't reach, no matter how much talent you have. I never thought anyone would meet this condition. This is a contradiction you can only have if you're born broken. Shinji, you're a good example of someone who nurtures a needless inferiority complex by despising others. You love yourself so much that you believe everyone else is below you, even when they are superior in every way. You're empty inside. The only one who thinks you're full is you, and you're just like a balloon. Your destination changes depending on the wind. Ugh. Do you understand? One such as you is unfit to be a magus. A servant would never obey such a person. This world is unrelated to you. No matter how much you consider yourself to be a master, you can never be a master.
Sound of retreating footsteps. Tosuke Rin leaves Mato Shinji alone in the dark room. He drops down the wall. Mato Shinji crumples down like a puppet with its strings cut and keeps laughing.
I see. So that's how it is.
His tongue licks over dry lips. A dull sound. The boy smacks his head hard against the wall behind him as if trying to break his skull.
In short, she just has to disappear, right, Tosaka?
His laughter continues. Well, I don't know if she really accomplished anything, but it was funny.
Dude, she ripped him a fucking new one.
That's like almost better than killing him. Just like absolutely tearing him apart.
The verbal destruction she just gave him was top tier.
When she name dropped Emiya, I was like, oh, he's gonna be so mad. But I don't know if riling him into must kill Emiya is the best outcome here.
That definitely wasn't, I believe, her intention. She probably also, like, knew that it would get under his skin. But I think she definitely underestimates just how fucking crazy Shinji is.
Yeah, probably. Damn.
Wait, I'm not ready. Okay, ready.
See, this is why I clear my throat. Alright, Sakura. Rock, paper,
Scissors. Oops, I did the wrong voice.
imagine. Rock, paper, scissors. I stick out a clenched fist.
Damn it.
Sakura extends an open palm. I have rock, and Sakura has paper.
Oh, get played.
Ugh.
Alright, I won.
Ooh, that was Ilya.
Cycling through. I look at my fist. I did it again. Why do I always use rock as my first move? Curses.
Then I'll be cooking dinner. Please relax and watch TV or something, Senpai.
Well, they were.
Sakura skips off.
She won and got to make dinner?
What a Sakura Shiro thing to do. She must be happy that she gets to make dinner all by herself. Man, I guess it can't be helped. I promise whoever wins gets to cook dinner. I take off my apron and sit down. I don't know about other people, but cooking dinner seems like a favorite pastime for us. It's not really true for me, but Sakura always wants to cook by herself. That's good in a way, but as her senpai, I can't let her do all the work. So when we're both bored, like today, we fight over who gets to cook. I have nothing to do, so I'll just drink tea. I brew some tea and sit at the table. Saber's sleeping in my room, and Fujine won't be coming since she's working overtime. Sakura and I are the only ones here. Am I watching her because I have nothing to do? Sakura's moving briskly about the kitchen. She looks like she's having fun. Her familiar hair and her crimson ribbon. She handles the plate, she holds the heavy kitchen knife and places the cabbage on the cutting board. She cuts it with a yell.
Oh.
Sakura tenses up every time she starts to cut something, but she keeps cooking like she's used to it after that. The idea of Sakura just doing like a kiai every time she cuts lettuce.
Jenna!
I watch it absentmindedly. The evening living room.
Did you get the crossover?
What?
I said, did you understand the crossover?
Did you say?
I said China. I did Sakura's yell from
Oh,
Naruto for the.
I think that peaked. I don't think it came through.
I hate you. I made a good joke.
That's not my fault. I don't think it came through the audio.
This is absolutely your fault.
Well, it sounds like it would have been very funny.
Thank you.
I watch it absentmindedly. The evening living room. A daily life here with Sakura where time passes slowly. I suddenly realize how hard this life is to obtain. "10 minutes! Damn!
I love you, Sweet Clips.
It must be because I'll be going to battle at night. I finally realize how important this time is for me. Yeah, I have to protect Sakura. I don't know what Matozoken is planning, but I won't let him touch her. Well, I've come in contact with Sakura too many times the past few days, causing me to be bewildered about her change. I thought I was confused by her femininity. But that's wrong. It's not her titties. If I'm confused, it started long before that. I hear her humming in the kitchen. These simple, trivial things are important to me. I pour myself a third cup of tea and watch the red-tinted scenery. Maybe there's some alcohol in the tea because the passing time feels slow and tender. Didn't make him wait the full 10 minutes.
I'm not that cruel.
It was going to be really funny when I forgot completely that it happened, and then in 10 minutes I remembered.
The chat doesn't move nearly that fast.
Well, that's true.
This is my house.
The town falls asleep. It's just past 10 o'clock, but it seems like it's midnight. It must be because of all the unexplained comas. There are no lights and nobody's walking about.
Finding the shadow, investigating it. Archer's master has given us quite the reckless request.
Yeah, but we have to do it. Are you against it, Saber?
I told you my opinion this morning. So do you have any clues? We might find ourselves being the target if we wander about aimlessly.
Oh, I wonder if we kill Shinji tonight. A clue, huh? I'm not positive, but...
Ooh!
Rito Temple's scary. But that is where the shadow was.
It makes the most sense to go to the Ryoto Temple, I believe.
Yeah.
Because the park is just Ilios territory
Well,
at this point.
I don't... Does he mean that park, or does he mean the park that we fought the shadow in last time? That was also the park by the bridge, I think.
I see,
That's where they play soccer in Colorado Axia.
I believe that the Ryoto Temple is still my vote.
Yeah. I think it might kill us, but I think that's my vote also.
Well, we've already died once today.
Fucking hopefully this one doesn't
What's
take
our,
3 days. Oh, fucking crushing the Sakura chart. I'm pretty sure everyone else finished below that line.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else ever got this high. It, like, got to, like, here.
Right.
Like, even Ilya loves us a lot. Like, they barely tolerate us as people.
Hey, they're not negative. Let's go to the Ryudo Temple again. I noticed that Castor's acting strange. I think there's something there.
Yes, that mountain is filled with an ominous presence. The land there is the spiritual focus of this town. It is worth investigating, regardless of whether the shadow is there.
Then it's decided. Let's go. They always make me feel like my decision's the right one, and then I die sometimes. We walk to the gate.
We'll be fine.
I'm sure. No one's ever died at Ryudo Temple.
No.
We can reach the temple in an hour if we hurry. We don't have any time to lose, but... Saber? Saber's looking at the outbuilding. She's looking at Sakura's room, where Sakura should now be sleeping.
Shiro, I have something to discuss with you. It follows this morning's conversation.
You mean about Sakura?
Yes, Sakura's guilty conscience is too strong. She has a tendency of trying to atone for her sins in the present rather than in the future.
She must be talking about the quarrel they had yesterday. Saber said Sakura was right, so Sakura had no reason to worry about it. But Sakura said she was still at fault, went and apologized to Saber, and had Saber apologize to her instead. Sakura and Saber. Saber must be worried about the difference in their thought process. What do you mean?
Sakura places too much blame upon herself. She punishes herself for her errors instead of correcting them. She brands herself with her dishonor rather than working to recover her honor. She burdens herself in a good way and a bad way.
She talks with disgust. It sounds like she's talking about herself more than about Sakura.
It was clear to me last night. She is special when she is with you, but I believe she behaves differently in other circumstances. Sakura is liberated from her guilty conscience only when she is with you.
That's the source of her concern. Sakura should be able to live with pride without needing to rely on another. I see. Sakura certainly is too shy. I'll be careful. Now that Saber mentions it, it's not healthy for a girl Sakura's age to always be busy helping around the house. She says it's fun to be here, but she should at least go outside to hang out once in a while. Thanks for looking out for Sakura, Saber. I'm really happy you're worried about her when she has nothing to do with the Holy Grail War.
No, I also have a guilty conscience, so it did not seem like someone else's business.
Oh, hold on. Saber, let's go together. We head to the gate together. We head outside within the silence, trying not to wake Sakura up.
Sweetlips tweeted about how I was toxic AF and then immediately deleted it.
Howard.
Nice.
We climb over the no trespassing fence into the temple. The Ryudo Temple is now treated as important material evidence in the Koma incident, and no one's allowed to enter. The night air is not any different. It's warm and it smells like ripe fruit. Let's go in, Saber.
Yes, please be careful, Shiro.
I know. Tell me right away if you feel anything dangerous. We go through the compound and climb up to the entryway. She don't want to say I know back.
Yeah, yes.
The wooden hallway is dark and the floor creaks with each step.
We sometimes have very redundant conversations.
That's translation shit, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing seems strange. How about you, Saber?
It is the same for me, but I am sure this area is abnormal. We are surrounded by a different common sense. Ever since we came on this mountain. It is abnormal because this mountain is filled with magical energy, and we do not find it abnormal.
You're right. Okay, let's investigate a bit more. This temple has a lake behind it. There are more buildings over there. That's the lake where Lancer got murked.
Mm-hmm.
It's said that a dragon lives in that lake. No, it's actually inside Saber's.
Stop!
There may be a clue at the place people consider holy. Same place. We got into the hallway and head behind the temple. At that instant,
Shiro!
Saber? I'm shoved back in the temple by Saber. I realize Saber's pushed me, try to go back out into the hallway, and the exit is shut firmly by Saber. What bucks? Saber, hey, what are you doing, you idiot? I bang on the door. I don't know what kind of magic it is, but the door is hard as steel. Hey, what are you doing? Open the door, Saber! The door refuses to budge, even when I throw my weight against it. And from the other side of the steel-like door...
Please protect yourself there, Shiro. This opponent will only target you.
What? Who's the enemy? Is it that Shadow?
No, but this servant is a natural enemy of Masters. I'm sorry, but I cannot protect you if you are at the battleground. We have to fight Assassin one-on-one, or he will kill you first.
Assassin? I didn't even sense him. That's his thing, Shiro. Even though the air is strange here, a servant's presence is a different matter.
We definitely forgot about Assassin. Or at least I forgot about Assassin being in this temple.
Well, I guess he was here earlier, but I don't think he, lives here.
Where else would he live?
He, came out of other assassins' body. I figured he just stuck around with Zoken.
Yeah, but they're not like a duo, are they?
Well, they were, talking to each other in the park after Zoken ate that body.
Yeah, but they were just kind of like, hey, I see you. Yeah, I see you. And
I don't know who else he would be under.
Could he? Oh, I guess he couldn't be solo.
Yeah.
Well, he was summoned by Castor, and I guess Castor's under Zoken's control.
Well, Satsuki was summoned by Castor,
Right.
But this assassin wasn't.
But he met the conditions to be summoned through him. So would it be kind of like a nesting thing where he's, or is he just
I'm sure they'll
entity?
explain this
Yeah.
at some point.
No, it's fine.
But Castor's dead anyway, and so he has to be contracted to someone else.
Well, because of the way he was summoned, could it be possible that he doesn't need to be contracted?
I think, well, they still need the mana, right? They still need a tether to the world. Servants just can't exist without a master for more than, a short period of time.
Maybe he has a time limit.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Magical energy should be apparent if a servant takes form near us. Even if he hid his presence, I should be able to tell, let alone Saber.
I will finish the battle in one blow. Please do not move until then.
Saber's presence fades. Her footsteps are loud. She must have repelled Assassin's attacks as she charged within range. Damn. I look around. I pick up a stick that's about the size of a wooden sword and strengthen it immediately. Hurry. I have to make this into a sword and break open this door. No. No, you do not. Terrible idea. An ominous feeling, a mysterious uneasiness fills my mind. This place... It feels like a fatal mistake to leave Saber by herself on this mountain, so I have to hurry and... Maybe he knows something I don't.
Oh god, we're gonna die.
The lights go out. No, there was no light to begin with. The moonlight's been blocked off by clouds. I smell something. A smell of rotten meat and sounds of bugs flying around.
Oh, that's Zoken.
Mato Zoken. I glare into the darkness. I know that shitty smell anywhere.
Ha! Talk about walking into a trap, young lad.
Oh,
That's a little different than usual.
yeah, dude, I kind of went old lady, but then I also kind of got a little Irish. I don't know what happened.
Talk about walking into a trap, young lad. A snicker.
Oh god.
It's that old Magus. He's hiding somewhere. Beat his ass with a stick. Saber.
He's just made of worms.
I ready the strengthened weapon. I have no fear, even with a centuries-old monster in front of me. The only thoughts in my mind are of concern for Saber.
Did we make it?
Interlude.
No.
Well, we had an interlude the last time we died.
Yeah, at this point, Heaven's Field is just a wild, whatever, you know?
At any point. She runs across the hallway to corner the skull mask. The 15 meters between them have been reduced to 5. Saber should be able to close in with one step and slash her enemy along with the skull mask. But the enemy knows that as well. He uses projectile weapons because he knows he'll be no match at close range, and he retreats because he doesn't want her coming near him. Although not as fast as Saber, the skull still retreats with the speed of a running beast. He slithers across the floor, not slowing down even at the corners. Does he have eyes on the back of his head, or is the mask on the back of his head? Assassin steadily retreats from his opponent, maintaining the distance between them. A spray of sparks. 3 daggers are released without any motion, but have no effect against Saber. Like Lancer, Saber has protection against projectile weapons. Lancer readies the course of the projectile attack, using the sound of cutting air and the enemy's murderous intent. Reads, not readies. Saber uses the sound of cutting air and her own instincts. Imperceivable attacks are not much of a threat against heroic spirits. It's those attacks that can't be blocked, even when detected and understood, that are the fatal ones. In that regard, Lancer's lance is appropriate to be called a noble phantasm. A weapon that always strikes the heart cannot be blocked merely by knowing about it. If one is to oppose that demonic lance, one must prepare a shield overwhelming the magical energy of the lance. Have great enough luck to change the fate determined by the lance, or prevent him from using the lance in the first place. I think we went over all 3 people who beat Lancer. Compared to that, Assassin's daggers are easy to manage. They can be fatal if they strike any vital points, but they're no different from throwing stones.
Ha! That might have been you.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. Over 40 dirks have been thrown. Having used up his supply of daggers, Assassin finally stops. Saber stops as well, hesitating. The enemy that didn't want her to come close has stopped. There's something for sure, and an ominous feeling surrounds Assassin. This is no situation where she can step in without care.
Have you given up, Assassin?
Saber knows it's best to kill Assassin now, but she takes a step back in spite of that. She shouldn't advance. The instincts she has sharpened over the years that have kept her alive for a long time. Those instincts are screaming. Do not advance. Stay away from the deep darkness. Yes, I have given up, Saber. I am out of ammunition. I was ready to be killed in one blow, so why are you not coming any closer? Saber does not answer and raises her sword a bit. She points her sword at her enemy. There are 7 meters between them. It'll take 2 steps to get close enough to strike. As a swordsman, she must close in on her opponent. But she has a secret technique that can be used at all ranges. Though it can be used only once. To release the wind. Assassin's black cloak flutters. He has no idea where the wind is coming from. Ah, so you do not want to talk to me? Well, talk is voluntary. Let me talk as I wish. Well, Assassin's voice is strong and clear, in contrast to his appearance.
Fuck!
Fuck, I finally had one that I liked. Okay. Saber narrows her eyes, thinking that his voice is similar to that of Lancer's.
Nice!
And that's what we'll do. But how did you repel them? I threw my dagger so you would not be able to see them. Were you able to perceive them?
It's so weird to hear that voice and it not be Lancer. Oh my god. I was
They
like...
said it was similar.
I know. And I'm telling you that we've done 2.5 games, and
Yeah.
that is embedded in my brain as one specific person. And now I have to... My whole brain was just like, what are we doing?
Right.
You can use it. I'm not saying you can't use it. I just threw me for a loop.
Right. We'll get used to it.
I could not, but I could read their course. I would not be using the sword if I were afraid of what I cannot see.
The skull laughs in agreement. What can he do, throwing black daggers at an opponent armed with an invisible sword? Assassin keeps on laughing, being displayed with the great difference in the strength of their noble phantasms and their levels as heroic spirits. I see, so I was never a match against you. I'm an assassin, after all. I cannot be expected to match other servants. We are beings that lurk in the shadow. There are no heroic spirits appropriate for this role.
What?
Therefore, our role is to assassinate. We are failures that are only specialized in killing the masters and not the servants. Well, in that regard, there's only one target for me. Do you understand, Saber? My actions were all to kill your master.
Oh, we're so dead. Shiro.
Exactly. My master is welcoming your master.
So that answers that question.
that.
Yeah.
Even though you separated me from him, he will soon feed Zokin's worms if you do not hurry. Light emanates from Saber's sword. Or rather, the golden sword is revealing its true shape. You can cut the building in half.
Gonna fucking rail this whole building.
Oh, so you were hiding your sword with the curse of the wind. I see. You can attack me with mere air pressure from where you're standing. There's no need for you to step into the land of death. The black cloak sinks. The prey he was supposed to lure in turns out to have a projectile attack. There is no place for schemes now. If Saber intends to kill Assassin without coming close, then he must close the distance himself to kill her first.
Our positions are reversed now. Will you step into invisible air?
What a terrible woman, telling me to jump into a swarm of locusts. Yet a dragon's fury will soon be unleashed. Well, this is a dilemma. The skull mask crawls on the ground. It looks like a spider on a wall. The compressed wind becomes a swirl of vacuum about to be released at Assassin. He must be insane. Does he think he can survive the fatal whirlwind simply by lying on the ground? Assassin? Okay.
Yeah, it's you.
Well, this should be the end no matter what. Let me talk before that. You said you could beat me one-on-one, correct? Saber raises her sword. He cannot withdraw even when he's talking. Saber's staring at Assassin. Even if Assassin were to teleport, she'd kill him before it even took place. That is why you drew me away from your master. You were correct to protect him from me. Her sword is raised above her head. With the attack poised to strike, Assassin crawls even lower. But did that decision include protecting yourself? An inquiring voice. To that.
I am in a hurry. Farewell, assassin.
Saber replies with a single attack. The match is decided. The windstorm is like a heavenly dragon, its serpentine body winding about to devour its prey. There is no chance of defense or evasion. This is like Lancer's lance. This is the blow that cannot be blocked unless one has more magical energy than invisible air. Assassin's magical energy is far short of Saber's. The only way for him to survive the attack was to prevent Saber from releasing it. But that is too late, and the whirlwind has been released. His black cloak will be torn to shreds a mere second after the blade descends. The dislocation of death closes in with a swirl. With that in front of him. God is great! Assassin charges the wave of vacuum with a yell of delight. An attack aimed for the neck.
I'm assuming that was me.
maybe. Saber repels it at once, and the black figure vaults overhead to land behind her.
Hugh.
In a flash, she turns and slashes behind her. But Assassin has already jumped out of range. At the same time,
What? Oh, I was right.
the ominous presence she's been feeling has covered the ground beneath her. Well, you were unfortunate in two ways, Saber. The shadow expands. The mud-like pollution invades on her silver. One is affinity. A curse to ward off storms is a necessity for travelers in the desert. The only magic I know is the warding of wind. And darkness swallows the pathway. A shadow that doesn't even reveal itself in spite of the white moonlight. And she sees it dimly through the haze of her fading consciousness.
Assassin. Hugh.
That's right, Saber. The others that you chose this place as the battlefield. You should have known something ominous inhabited this place.
Ah.
She cannot even hear Assassin's words. She would disappear in a matter of seconds. This shadow swallows servants. Her body detests it before her fading moment. She doesn't care how. She has to escape, even if she has to use all her magical energy. Only her feet have been engulfed. If she fights with all her power, she can still break free. Even if she may lose most of her magical energy in both her feet, escaping the shadow is the top priority now. But no, you will disappear here, Saber. The shadow is not her only enemy. The skull, watching Saber get swallowed, is death that finishes her off.
From the start.
You said you could beat me one-on-one. Yes, that was your mistake. You are alone, but there are two on my side. I merely had to distract you. The shadow keeps invading. Her existence rots from her feet. She can't feel toes or her feet. Her legs are already something that doesn't exist in this world. Servants cannot oppose Alhael, the true knight. All the more if you're a proper heroic spirit. Even I, one who is close to it, get my magical energy drained if I touch it. A genuine like you should lose consciousness just by touching it. But that would be a shameful waste. My goal cannot be accomplished if I let you disappear. I shall take your heart.
What? You will.
Is it strange? I've run out of daggers, and I cannot go near the shadow. Do you think it's impossible for me to kill you? Murderous intent lights up in the skull. Faint traces of magical energy gather in his right arm. Assassin's right arm is a stick. A deformed arm without a hand can't be used as an arm. It can't hold a dagger, nor can it be used to strike someone. But now that arm bends. Oh. With the snap of breaking bones, it flaps like a tattered wing.
Gross.
It is an abomination. What a long arm. The clubbed stump at its end was actually the elbow. The arm was folded back at the elbow with the hand stitched to Assassin's shoulder. Ew. Saber's mind freezes. It will reach. That arm can reach her. It will reach her and rip out her heart. His arm flaps, sending a shudder through her body, and the cursed arm is thrust like a lance. A sound of cutting meat and gushing blood. Her blood drips onto the floor, staining the shadow in crimson. Scorn leaks out from the skull mask. The outstretched arm is stained red. After finishing its job, the arm folds back to Assassin. And is severed at the elbow. You! How dare you do that with that dying body of yours? Her upraised sword falls to the ground. Assassin's cursed arm didn't reach Saber. Saber's sword had cut the cursed arm before it could gouge out the reflected image of her heart. No matter how cornered she may be, Assassin's noble phantasm is not enough to kill Saber. No. As she's blocked Lancer's lance with reverses cause and effect, she can't allow herself to be defeated by this cursed arm. That's her last act of resistance. She's put the power to escape into the attack. She has no power to escape now, and even if she did, it's too late. The ominous presence now emanates from within herself. The shadow has invaded her legs and is now up to her waist. She's becoming a part of this darkness, which swallows up even the moonlight. Then, everything is too late. The shadow creeps up. As her vision fades, the Silver Swordsman.
Forgive me, Shiro.
Manages one last apologetic gasp before sinking into the deep mud.
Is it possible that Heaven's Feel doesn't have Saber?
I don't know.
I'm really stressed right now.
Yeah, it's a stressful scene. Saber's not looking too hot.
Alright.
We going?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, I'm asking. Matozoken is standing there, his figure just like before. His body, which Archer sliced in two before my eyes, is whole once more. The old magus that could only wait for death is laughing as if that event was an illusion. I don't know how he did it, but if he really did recover from that state, it's more on a level of restoration than recovery. It's not just healing a wound. It takes great magic to restore a piece of one's body that's been lost. Then, isn't this called immortality?
Well, what do you intend with a single piece of wood, child?
I stand there while pointing the strengthened stick at Zoken. Beat your ass with it. I can't charge at Zoken, nor can I retreat to follow Saber. If Zoken's immortal, a scrap of wood will never be able to match him.
Will you try to kill me, or will you go after your servant? Either way, nothing starts until you move.
Something is squirming around the old magus as he speaks. No, it's not just his surroundings. The darkness itself is moving, blocking the moonlight. Worms. I can tell, even though I can't see them. The darkness is probably swarms of worms. The walls of this temple are covered in something darker than darkness itself. This space is filled with the sound of creeping worms and the smell of rotten meat.
Why do you hesitate? Your little alliance cut me in half only yesterday. Did you not cooperate with Tosuga specifically to kill me?
It's obvious he's enjoying this. I can't fight off thousands of worms with just this stick. I'll be swallowed in those worms when Zoken gives the order. Or maybe, I might be able to escape if I sprint for the exit.
Oh god.
They're just worms, even if it is a horde of them.
My legs are fast!
It should take them more than a few seconds to kill a human being.
Alright, I shall wait as long as you want. You can believe in Saber's return and wait here. Try to kill me with that weapon of yours, or shake off my worms and try to escape outside. You can choose how you want to die.
It seems he has no intention of letting me go. The worms increase in number as we stand here glaring at one another. Then...
Jake, I don't know what to do.
I don't like filling in one of his options.
Say it again?
Like, he was like, well, you could do this, this, or this. And so I don't really like that.
So we want to use a command spell.
I'm thinking, I don't like wasting command spells, but maybe it gets Saber out of her predicament.
Yeah, because I think it's hard because we obviously know that we can't we can't trust Saber and wait for her because
Right,
she's obviously in a predicament. Attacking Zokin feels suicidal. But the command spell.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning command spell, even though it's... Even the command spell always feels like the wrong choice. But I'm leaning towards that here. I think we're underestimating the worms. But I don't know what this does.
Definitely underestimating the worms.
Like, if Saber's just compromised, like, is the command spell even going to do anything?
I don't know. I have no idea.
We're going to bring over Saber's corpse?
That would be traumatizing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's try the command spell. Should I use the command spell? I don't think Saber will lose to Assassin. But this situation's too ominous. We're fighting this ancient monster. It's too dangerous to have Saber by herself.
Oh, you've suppressed your poorly made murderous intent. It seems you have a plan.
Okay, I'm liking this choice. He laughs, mocking me. He's looking down on me, not caring what plan I have. Fine, laugh all you want. If the command spell can answer the Master's wish, I'm ready to use them all to bring Saber here. Saber. I concentrate my left hand while glaring at Zokin. I have only one command. To summon Saber to my side. Even if he realizes what's happening, it's too late. Oh, that was Zokin. Heat lights up on my left hand. The concentrated magical energy is released as I wish, and... Oh. The command spell loses its color with a slight pain.
Woo!
What? I want to think it's because I failed. I want to think that I used it wrong, because I don't know how to use it.
Phew. It seems it is over already. You surprised me. You shortened my life by 10 years.
He laughs. I hear wind in the distance like a death cry. I feel a pain on my left hand. My left hand is prickling. My command spell loses its heat as if it's bleeding. No way. I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. The pain on my left hand. The sound of wind has stopped. The old magus is laughing with murderous intent that's almost visible.
That is the truth. You should be able to tell as a master that your servant has been eliminated from this world.
My brain stops. My vision freezes. What is this guy saying?
Why are you shocked? Saber has died. She has been defeated by Assassin, one she took lightly as a weaker opponent. Can you not tell that simple fact?
What? What the hell is he talking about? My left hand hurts. My left hand certainly hurts. But my command spell's still there. It's fading, but it's still there. Then Saber should be coming here any second now. Don't...
Then let us end things here. There are still uses for the daughter of Tosca, but you are of no more use. You can die along with Saber on my holy land.
Fuck shit, damn it! I run. I charge at the enemy in front of me as if to shake off the ominous thought and the pain on my left hand. Ha! I charge at Zokin and swing my weapon with full force. I swing my weapon down onto his head. But something obstructs me and my whole body's flung away. Ah! Ah! My back slams against the wall. I must have been hit in the stomach because I can't breathe. My back is numb as if scorched with fire. I hear worms crawling about by my ear.
Oh, gross.
The worms by the wall scatter to avoid being crushed by my landing. Even the squirming sounds of a mocking tone.
You've made an assassin, then I shall leave the kid to you as well. This is an easy task compared to Saber, so enjoy it all you want.
Zokin disappears. And in his place, a white skull mask is smiling in the darkness. That must be the servant assassin. An assassin with a black outfit and a white mask, appropriate for Mito Zoken. I'm going to die. Pain in my left hand. My numb mind. My heart accepts the death coming in the next moment and pounds loudly. And I accept the weapons thrown at my forehead, throat, heart, and stomach. A flash of silver light repels the weapons. The 4 daggers that tried to take my life are blocked with a sword. Pog? There's only one person who would do such a thing. My left hand still hurts. The command spell's still there.
What?
Then... Saber!
So, did he not
Cool.
kill...
Oh.
That makes
I
much
see.
more sense. That makes much more
Yeah.
sense. Well, no. Oh, because he was talking about the thing. Yeah, never mind. It's fine. I
Did
forgot
he not
Zoken
kill
walked
Saber?
out.
I raise my head. The one who has come to protect me from the White Mask Servant is... Fuck. I
What
missed.
the fuck? No.
Okay, I didn't remember this happening. I really was like, sword? Like, he said a sword blocked it, so I was like, okay, only other person we know that has a sword is Archer.
I'm losing it. Didn't she die?
Well, we saw her get, like, she got brought back for Shinji.
Right.
So she did die, like, immediately, but we saw her get brought back.
Okay.
What? A servant dressed in black, just like Assassin. Ryder? I fucking guess. Like, not really, but sure. There's no doubt about it. This is Shinji's servant, Ryder. Why is she here, and why'd she save me? That's
Old
gotta
man?
be Zoken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to oppose me? I don't care. Assassin, kill her too if she gets in our way.
The skull answers Zoken's screamed command.
Oh.
The long hair flutters. Ryder silently turns to Assassin and... she confronts the daggers that are fired like rain. They move too quickly for mere human eyes to follow. The masked figure leaps about the temple. He jumps from the wall to the ceiling, then from the ceiling to the floor, hurling daggers from each position. From the windows to the wall.
Stop.
Coming from all directions, the daggers can neither be blocked nor avoided. The relentless onslaught carpets the floor in knives within seconds.
Honestly, that might be the best joke you've ever.
Ryder can't manage this. I know how strong she is from the Battle of Saber. I know she's weak as shit. Assassin's attack is something even Saber would have trouble blocking. It's natural for Ryder, who's defeated by Saber in one blow, not to be able to cope with the attack. The White Skull mercilessly fires his weapons. It looks like an attack containing irritation. What? I realize the abnormality after the superiority is made clear. They have not hit her. Not a single one of the daggers has struck its target. You! A voice comes from overhead. Apparently out of knives, Assassin looks down at his enemy with undisguised loathing. I like the idea that he threw 40 knives at Saber, went and got them all back, and then fucking ran out again. There exists one giant serpent. I can't believe it.
There's no way her ass is not out.
Not at this angle. So many. Ryder evaded the countless daggers with pure speed. It's different from when she saved me. Ryder avoided all the daggers while crawling on the ground, as if saying there was no need to repel them.
What are you playing around for, Assassin? You don't need to go easy just because she's my grandson's servant. Finish her!
Cannot do that. She is different from before. Assassin stares at Ryder while clinging to the ceiling.
Did we steal Ryder from Shinji? Because that's really gonna make things even more... We're gonna absolutely get murdered by him.
Well, he's gonna try and we're gonna fucking rip his head off. But Ryder's different from before. Her magical energy and coercion's on a whole new level. Even if she's still not as strong as Saber, she's certainly stronger than Assassin. I don't...
I think that's Assassin up top.
Why? Ryder doesn't answer. But her body sinks even lower. The instant I realize her movement's a gesture to aim at her prey. Ryder jumps up to the ceiling, and Assassin jumps down to the floor, their blades clashing in midair. Oh, fuck. Yeah! They land facing away from each other. Ryder is unwounded. In contrast, Ryder's dagger is piercing Assassin's shoulder. I can't pull it out! Assassin tries to pull out the dagger in his shoulder. Then, with a clinking of chain links. What? Ryder hurls Assassin through the air. The skull mask lets out a scream of anguish. Not saying a word, Ryder continues to mercilessly swing Assassin about the room. It's just like a flail. Unable to do anything, Assassin smashed against every surface in the room, his limbs bending in all directions. Holy shit, Ryder's beating his ass. Whoa. I duck to avoid Assassin coming around with a whirlwind. This isn't on the level of being strong.
Hold on, Minerva's got a thing on her face.
Ryder's doing the, like, Hulk Loki thing, where she fucking whaps him around.
That's actually really funny. Okay.
After flailing Assassin to her content, she uses the centrifugal force and lets go. It's a hammer throw. Assassin, his bones broken, is thrown at a wall head first. Oh. He flies away. Like a piece of lifeless trash, the masked servant bounces through the compound, out the gate and down the stairs, leaving a trail of blood behind him. Oh, wow. How brutal. I'm sure servants aren't so weak as to die from that, but he should be unable to continue fighting at the very least.
Ugh.
This grumpy old man. Soken's presence disappears. The old magus must think he's at a disadvantage, since he flees after snarling a curse at Ryder. The worms that were squirming in the corner disappear, following their master. Ah. I'm brought back to my senses by the pain from my stomach where Assassin hit me. Only Ryder and I are in the temple now. I take a deep breath and try to calm down. Then, I realize the only pain I feel is in my stomach and back. See, instinctively I know what that means. Brr. I endure the dizziness as I head out to the hallway. Please wait. It's dangerous to go alone. There's no enmity coming from Ryder. It seems she actually came to help me. Why? I don't care why she saved me. More importantly, you're Shinji's servant, so why did you save me?
You say you don't care, then ask.
I don't care why, but more importantly, why? I want to go there quickly. So why am I taking my time? My orders are not to let you die. I only obeyed my master.
Shinji wants to be the one that kills him, I understand.
I see. That's fine. I don't believe her, but it's good that I got an answer. More importantly, I have to hurry and go there. I understand right away that this is the place. The corridor is dead silent. The whole place is destroyed, as if a storm passed by. In it is a small red stain on the only part of the ground that hasn't been destroyed. I can't tell whose blood this is, but my legs lose strength the instant I see it, and I crumple to my knees. I reach out and touch it. The blood is dry and it doesn't stick to my fingers. The only thing the stain tells me is that she disappeared here.
My role is to protect you, Shiro.
How many times did I hear that line? Those words were a comfort and a source of worry. She only cared about me. And she never said anything about protecting herself. I scratch at the mark. Saber fought here and fell here. That's what happens in battle. I knew before I made a contract with her that this would be a battle to the death. I accepted the fact and took her hand, and she merely answered me. Saber. The girl who protected me, even though she was smaller than me. When I told her I wanted to put priority on the Black Shadow over the Holy Grail, she simply nodded, ignoring the premonitions of her end. And this is the result. I lost her, lost my rights as a master, and I'm back to being just an amateur. I'm now alone, with no means of fighting. I have to carry through with what I have to do. And I have to go. I slowly rub the bloodstain one last time. That's it. I don't bow or thank her and let my fingers go. Pain assails my left hand and it disappears. The moment I acknowledge her death and say goodbye, the command spell in my left hand disappears without trace. One does not lose the command spell just because one has lost his servant. It only disappears when the magus loses his right to be a master. I see. So I don't know what happened here tonight. There's only one certainty. I lost Saber and lost my rights as a master. I leave the Ryudo Temple. My stomach and back seem to be wounded badly, but I'm not worried about the pain right now. I shall see you home. It is dangerous to walk alone at night, even with the enemy gone. What? I stop unintentionally. All of Ryder's words tonight are unexpected. I don't get it. Is that also an order from your master? No, I have received no such command. This is my personal choice. It is a whim of mine, nothing more. I see. I'll believe you in that case, but you don't have to walk me home. We're enemies, so I can't get further in debt to you. Enemies? So you still have the will to fight us? Even though you're not a magus and have lost your servant? I don't answer her. First of all, I never set him out of this war. Okay, I understand. Then please be careful on your way home. Her long hair flutters. Ryder heads to the mountain gate ahead of me. Is it because she looks so defenseless? Thanks. I mutter something I forgot to tell her earlier. What? She turns around looking surprised. Ugh. I'm embarrassed to see a reaction like that, but I have to properly thank her. What did you just say? And she's asking me seriously, too. It's awkward to stare at her straight on, so I avert my gaze. I said thank you. I would have died if you hadn't saved me. As you can see, I can't give anything in return right now, so I have to at least thank you. Please do not mind. I only obeyed my orders. I will kill you immediately if my master's order changes. With those cold, emotionless words, Ryder disappears through the mountain gate. I thought so. That's why I told her I wouldn't take any favors. I start walking after Ryder disappears. I can think later as to why Ryder saved me. It takes an hour to get home. I have to shake off the lingering memory of her in that short time. I return to my house.
We've surely passed
already...
the end checkpoint, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I don't think this is bad end.
So this is real?
I think so.
Saber's gone?
I think so.
What are we gonna do?
We didn't have Saber for a lot of Unlimited Blade Works. We got her back at the end, kind of.
Right, but that was because Rin had her, right?
Well, she was, like, captured for a while of it.
Oh,
But
right.
yeah, and then Rin got her at the end. It's already past 1 o'clock. Ugh. I put my hand over my mouth as I cough up blood. My stomach still hurts from Assassin's attack, and my back still burns from hitting the wall. I don't know how badly wounded my stomach is, but I bet my back is just scratched. The wounds that healed so quickly before aren't healing at all. I see. I'm back to my old self again. When I had my contract with Saber, wounds healed themselves. But that's lost. Even a slight wound could prove fatal now.
Senpai?
Then, when I go into the front hallway, I find Sakura waiting for me. Sakura? What are you doing up so late? Did I wake you up?
No, I just couldn't sleep. I noticed your shoes weren't here, so I was wondering where you went.
Oh, I was just taking a walk. Come to think of it, the light was on when I came home. Then was Sakura waiting here the whole time? Sakura, were you waiting at the door all this time?
Huh? No, that's not true. I got up to go to the bathroom and I just happened to be by the door when you came. Fucking liar.
It's how I act around the pizza guy.
Just imagine you with a fucking ribbon in your hair blushing.
I wasn't at the door, I just was walking by.
Domino Senpai.
She was waiting here. It's been over 3 hours since Saber and I left. Maybe Sakura noticed right away and was waiting here all this time.
Anyway, do you want some tea? It's a bit late, but you'll get your spirit back if you drink warm tea and relax.
I'm surprised. Sakura's really pushy right now. I must really look terrible if she's forcing herself to act this way. Yeah, please. I'm home. I'm sorry I went out without telling you. I take off my shoes and go into the hallway. I hold my aching stomach and head to the living room. With me in front of her.
Yes, welcome home, Senpai.
Sakura looks relieved. Ouch! I wince with pain, but lie on the cushion and bear it. The disinfectant keeps stinging my back. The sizzling sound makes it feel like I'm getting my back scorched. That hurts, Sakura. I think that's enough disinfectant. Just wipe the wound and put gauze on it.
No, we have to disinfect it properly because your back is all red. It's natural that it hurts. You came home with such a big wound, so please bear it.
Is it because of the archery club or Fujine that she's merciless towards injured people?
Did you say ouch and I missed it?
I said, I don't.
Oh, you might have
I
cut
could
out.
say it. Maybe, but that'd be weird.
Yeah, because like nothing happened and I just like hit the next button and then you said the next line and I was like, am I high?
Huh. That's a weird thing to not go through the mic. 'Cause it's not like
Yeah.
especially loud or quiet.
Right!
Well,
You just want to torture me when clock sounds are happening, I understand.
ouch.
Does it hurt anywhere else, Senpai?
No, I only hurt my stomach and back. Everything else is fine.
Show us your abs! I see.
Then all that's left is to put some gauze on and tape it up.
It's like shitty black bruised abs. Sakura handles the first aid kit with practiced ease. She looks so intent on it that I don't want to interrupt. Oh, well, let's explain why this is happening. It's because I threw up the tea I drank because it stung my stomach. I didn't want Sakura to find out, but that gave it away. I had no choice but to tell her how badly I was hurt, and now she's treating me. Well, she wasn't that much of a devil to begin with.
Huh? You hurt your stomach?
When I showed her my stomach,
I lifted up my baseball tee.
she was blushing so badly that she couldn't treat me. Are you okay with this, Sakura? I can treat myself, so you don't have to push yourself. Besides, my back is even worse.
It's alright. I'll do it. Please let me do it.
She was so flustered that I half expected her to faint when she saw the wound on my back.
Senpai, please take off your shirt.
I didn't want to stop Sakura since I couldn't treat my own back. I did as I was told and let her treat me. Still, it was so bad that she couldn't do anything for a while. She was just so disgusted by these scratches. She stared at it for a few minutes and started treating me after gulping.
I'm starting.
I'm in. That was 20 minutes ago. It's past 2 o'clock now. Sakura's careful treatment's about to end.
Okay, it's all done now. Here's a new shirt, so please put this on.
You know, if you want.
Huh? It's done already? Thanks, Sakura.
You're welcome. Thanks for your patience.
I put on the new shirt and take a deep breath. There's nothing to be done about my stomach, but my back feels much better. I'll sleep face down tonight, and hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. Well, let's get some sleep. I'm sorry I kept you up so late.
No, that's fine, but...
It's really funny animation.
God, they're so funny.
Sakura hangs her head. It seems like she wants to say something, but can't. Sakura, did something happen while I was gone?
Senpai, did Saber-san go home?
Oh. I get dizzy for a second. Did Saber-san go home? When I hear the words from someone else, the reality of it finally sinks in. Yeah, I know it was sudden, but she went home. She's not coming back. I endure my dizziness and answer calmly. It's not like it's a stupid question. Of course she would think something happened if Saber, who was here 4 hours ago, is gone. But I have to put on a strong face and act like nothing's wrong. Saber was talking about you before she went away. She said you should take it easy, because you're the type that thinks too hard.
I see. I wish I could have told her goodbye, since we just made up.
I can't even nod to that. Saber disappeared before I could even say goodbye. The fact makes my heart feel so heavy that I want to vomit. A collaborator for only 6 days. My partner for only 6 days. How can I repay her, the one who was my sword, for only 6 days?
But I'm glad. Ever since she came, you've been getting injured all the time. Now everything's back to normal.
What?
Isn't that right? I won't ask you what you were doing, but you were going out to help Saber-san, right? Now that she's gone, you're not going to be exposed to danger anymore.
You're wrong. I'm gonna keep going out at night, even though Saber's gone. It's not that I was helping Saber. Saber was helping me. I stand up. My tension's gone now the treatment's over. I'm getting really sleepy.
Senpai?
Good night, Sakura. And while we're on the topic, I'll be leaving my house a lot more often starting tomorrow, but you can keep using this place like you've been. I'll come home late, like tonight, but I don't want you to worry and go to sleep. Please don't wait by the door for me like you did tonight.
Okay. Good night, Senpai.
Damn, she was mad. I rest my body.
Saber used to sleep in is open.
Oh, sad. I didn't feel it until now, but I'm dead tired. Drowsiness overtakes me the moment I lay down. But before I do so, I glare into the darkness to prepare myself. What Saber lost against and what I should be fighting. I have to accept them here and now. It hurts just to think about it. My body's trembling, my mind's about to lose against anger or fear. What I have to fight against. It's that shadow. That thing that attacks people without discrimination. The black shadow that even Saber and Archer fear. I know with certainty, even though I didn't see it. That's what defeated Saber. Assassin cannot defeat Saber. So if there's something at the temple that can defeat her, it's that shadow. I have to beat the thing that beats Saber. On top of that, I'll have to deal with Matou Zoken and Assassin. Zoken said there's no more use for me now that I'm no longer a master. But so long as I stay in the Holy Grail War and search for the shadow, Zoken will continue to haunt me. A shiver runs through my body. Saber's not with me anymore. I have no miracle that heals my wounds, and the only weapon I have is magic as a half-assed magus. I know this is a reckless, suicidal choice. But I decided to fight. I said I'll become a superhero. I lost Saber because of that. I've walked in Kiritsugu's footsteps ever since the fire because of that. My only option is to stop the war so such a disaster will not occur again. So this will be the only night that I'll tremble in fear. When my wound heals and morning comes, I have to act strong so the girl who disappeared can be proud of me.
Yeah, I'm like, that really, like, she really did.
Seems that way.
Shit, now I feel like we gotta keep playing. Okay. I'm
Keep
really
going.
hot. Yeah, I'm really hot because I turned my AC on. Oh, off. So that, because, like, I know that I've got that thing on to, like, make it better. But, like, it still feels like it's just, like, you know, incredibly loud.
I never hear it, but you say that you hear it when you watch recordings.
Yeah. Well, I only really hear it, like, when I'm talking. You can kind of pick it up. And it's not like it's bad. But I, like, turned it off today so that I could just, like, chill. Ironically, I'm not chill. I'm very hot. And I also want to see what happens with Sakura.
Okay. The girl returns to her room. She walks with heavy steps to her bed and sits on it.
Senpai, he's so badly injured and still.
She doesn't know what happened. The boy looked as lifeless as a starving man. His body was covered with wounds. The golden-haired girl who first appeared here several days ago hasn't returned. From this, she can tell something's happened that can never be undone. The boy's hiding something, and the golden-haired girl will not return as a result. But such things don't matter. For her, such things are trivial. She doesn't know what happened, but it's fine as long as the boy is safe. For her, having Emiyashiro come home is an unparalleled joy.
Is it cold today?
She shivers and brings her hand up to her forehead. It's hot. Her body's burning up, and she has to fight to remain conscious. It must be a light cold. She rarely gets sick, but after waiting in the hallway for nearly 3 hours, it's hardly a surprise. With sluggish movement, she reaches over and turns off the light. She lets herself fall to the bed, lacking even the energy to change clothes.
It's fine. This is nothing compared to what Senpai is going through.
The girl recalls what she saw a few minutes ago. His back, almost as if the flesh had been grated. The blackening bruise on his stomach. His eyes still strong and clear in spite of his condition. Her temperature rises, she remembers. The girl pretends not to notice that it stems from the hatred she feels.
Who could do such a thing?
Yes. She doesn't know who did it, but she can't forgive this person. It's not temporary dislike or annoyance. He's been wounded all this time, but he stayed beautiful. She cannot forgive anyone that hurts someone important to her.
But Senpai's back was amazing.
She reaches out her hand in a daze. It's been a while since she last saw his naked skin so close. When they first met, he was small for a boy and was about as tall as her. But in the 2 years since then, he's grown into a man. It's different from when he collapsed from a cold. Back then, it was cold and nothing more. Tonight, it was the body of a wounded man.
Senpai.
Thinking about it causes her to space out. He must train without a day's rest. His body's sturdily built, without even an ounce of useless muscle. His graceful build is like that of an antelope. It has the beauty of having inner strength, one that allows it to jump up precipices that's not apparent.
Yeah. I'm sorry, why is the clock ticking during this disrupting? His chest was broad. Sorry? Did you want to get
Houses have clocks. This is just a normal thing people deal with.
Listen, I do not have clocks in my house. Psychopaths, all of you. Yeah, his chest was broad. He was a real man.
Her outstretched fingers run across the chest that is not there. That was a scary sentence. She unconsciously runs her fingers across his body. They run from his chest to the nape of his neck. Crawling across the bedsheets, her fingers travel to the lips and...
Oh.
Her face turns bright red.
Stupid me.
She quickly pulls her hand back. She even turns her ears red and curls up on the bed.
Dragon Chamber song!
It shouldn't be this embarrassing, but her memory's too vivid. The feel of his skin beneath her fingertips only made her imagination more concrete.
Senpai.
She clenches her fingers tightly. Her face, fingers, and body grow feverish. She can only think of one thing. She brings her fist up to her chest as if embracing the sensation remaining in her fingertips.
Senpai.
She bears the feverish heat boiling up inside her. If she lets this heat overtake her, she won't be able to stop.
Are we like feral?
We have been having unconscious horny Sakura.
Bruh.
If that happens, even the single thought she clings to will become unthinkable.
I'm sorry.
The confusion and guilt towards the boy corner her even further. His wounded body, just thinking of the traces of blood on his back makes her dizzy. Eee, freaky. The girl who won't be coming back, the realization that, once again, he is all hers. Many lies. The dark emotions, unthinkable for her usual self, draw her down into a darker place, as if to show her the joy awaiting her at its depths.
Senpai,
Saying that word, she tries to shut out the dark emotions. How long will she be able to keep them out? She hugs herself hard enough to hurt her chest. The thoughts seed inside the girl's heart. What she's truly glad about, what really relieves her, is that the boy has come back to her.
Just having him back is enough, but... Senpai.
But it's not enough.
We're fucking feral.
The knight made that clear. He cares for her, but he tries to protect her by keeping her away.
No, Senpai. I want you to be next to me.
She puts her thought into words. She knows it's a greedy wish. It's a wish she should never speak of, a wish that will never come true, and for that reason.
I'm sorry, Senpai.
She repents aloud. She repents her vulgarity of being pleased that the boy was that hurt. She repents that she wasted his efforts to protect her for the sake of her own delight. It must be a betrayal for someone like her to want to be with him. So she apologizes. The repentance and apology cool off her fever. She curls up in the bed, soaked with sweat. Her self-loathing awakens her from the strangely excited heat.
I like the emphasis on sweat. Thanks, man.
Though her fever cools, a heavy worry remains. The wounded body. He said he intends to continue fighting, even after receiving such wounds.
What should I do? Senpai's going to get hurt even more like this.
She thinks as her body sweats. It's a worry without an answer, a problem the girl cannot solve. She cannot come up with a way to stop him, even if she thinks all night. But
I see. I just have to keep him from going outside.
she reaches a simple answer with a calm voice. Delighted by her sudden insight, she smiles and
Right. He won't get in any more danger if you're hurt so badly that you can't walk.
whispers to herself with a sigh of relief. Oh no.
Jake!
Holy shit. Whoa, back-to-back interludes. It's a room that smells of stone. The light's not artificial, but natural. The lamp's flame shines on the man's back and illuminates the parchment in his hand.
Is that a report? Okay,
I assume this is Gilgamesh.
Yeah, well, listen. Fuck!
I would assume it's Gilgamesh.
Is
I don't
that-
know who else it could be, really.
Yeah, listen, they both sound the same as far as I'm concerned, because
Oh, yeah. If you want me to do one of them if they're just talking to each other, I can't too.
You want to be whoever this is? Even though I'm not convinced it's Gilgamesh.
Sure. Is that a report for the association? You certainly are a busy man, Kodamine. The voice comes from behind him without revealing its source. The man on the chair, Kodamine Kirei, moves on to his next task without the slightest reaction. Oh, so this is about that usurper. 57 victims with 5 dead. This is a lot from the supervisor's perspective, Kodamine.
I can't say much as of this moment. This is the first instance of a large-scale unconsciousness, but there's no problem if it stays this way. Either association is aware of the necessary cleanup measures. But
If it continues at this pace, huh? I do not know who's doing this, but they're being quite brazen. Have you realized, Kodamine? If nothing is done, this town will become barren of life. Kodamine does not answer. He knows what the man wants to say. The strange shadow that appeared in this town. It's only sucking up life force right now, but the amount is increasing by the day. The abnormality that first surfaced 2 days ago will exceed the regulated allowances in a few days. For the moment, it only causes dyspnea, but it should soon be enough to kill even a healthy adult male in one night.
Okay, yeah, I think it's me.
Yeah.
But that is needless worry. It should not be an amateur, so it should know its limits.
Is that so? That worm user doesn't seem like it, but such a person will become a curse if you don't take care of it quickly. It's not my style to watch people in this town die. Is this Rin?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, see, I have no idea.
Yeah, who knows? We'll just keep playing it as a mystery until... This statement takes Kodamine by surprise. This man, well, who does not care about anyone else, is concerned for the people. I'm leading Gilgamesh again.
There we go. I'm surprised. What is going on, Gilgamesh?
It should not be surprising. I do not like it when people are killed by someone besides me. People lose their way with boring crime and punishment. Such pain's not entertaining at all.
I see. Then you are indeed a heroic spirit. You use death to save people from the agony of life. Then your wish is death?
Of course. This age is filled with meaningless, worthless people. Exterminating them will be doing them a service. His scorning voice is filled with absolute dominance and dignity. The priest doesn't stop his work as he listens.
I see. You can use the Holy Grail if that is what you wish. It will be yours unless someone who can defeat you appears.
You don't have a wish, Kodamine?
I don't have a clear wish. The only thing I have is the desire for clear pleasure.
Ha! Ha ha! I see. So you only have pleasure. The man starts laughing at the simple answer. It's as if he's delighted and proud of his partner. Alright, I shall kill because they're disgusting, and you shall kill because it's fun. Our motives are different, but we seek the same thing from this Holy Grail. That must be why you've kept me. The priest does not answer. He merely continues his work. Ha! I not care even if you do nothing. I shall do as I please. The man's presence disappears. The priest glances at the exit of the Silent Stone room.
He seems intoxicated, but he is sane at the core. It seems the mud was unable to pollute his soul.
King of Heroes, Gilgamesh. The Golden Servant is the most powerful being at this point in time. The fact is accepted as truth by all. Even Kodamine, the game master himself, does not doubt it. But
there are worthless things, but there are no meaningless things. Beware, King of Heroes. If there is something that will bring you defeat, it will be just that.
his monologue does not reach anyone. Lit by the dim light, the priest resembles a prophet seeing into the future. Oh good, that was a short one. I was curious about having not seen Gilgamesh so far.